So shook and grown, disobedience turned their hearts to stone.
Greetings.
The truth, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone home.
Greetings.
Crackheads, no shelter in the night. Underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous light. Only face underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous light. Only face underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous light. Only face underworld gates, that eternal fright. Denials echo through torturous light. Only face is afloat. Wails of the foolish on the underworld note.
Hey.
The end of decree, now they don't. Eternal chains, no antidote.
Izzy.
Gods convene, truth unseen. Demigods.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Follow the path or drown in the stream.
Gotta warm this thing up.
A cruel dream.
Pretty kitty, good morning.
Echo loud, lost in sulfur, desperate proud. Zeus watches from Olympus cloud. Rejected truth, their fates avowed.
Woo! Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Rick, welcome back to the Thunderdome. You know what we came to do? Hey, Anthony, knock it off. I don't want any lies this early in the morning, all right? Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Big dog, Big AD, greetings.
Convene, no way back.
Woo.
Lost souls on brimstone track. Ignorance, gotta pay the toll.
Let's go.
Our face the dole. Charon's ghost too full to
Yes,
float.
ladies and gentlemen.
Tales of the foolish.
Hey. How are we all doing this morning? Miss Vaughn, good morning. Nice to see ya. Let's go. All right, let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. You know exactly what we came to do, all right?
Yeah.
Karma, good morning.
Zeus.
You guys could be anywhere, but you chose to hang out with Zeus.
Yeah.
Sandy, knock it off, please.
Up in your feelings and be careful when you fall.
June, thank you for sharing the live. Daisy, good morning, Queen. Please, good morning. Yes, we wake up and we listen to Zeus, and then we get the show started. Let's go. Hopefully we have a nice, clean operation. Mother, good morning, Mother Crone. All right. Has Trump done anything positive? No. All right. No, I can't think of anything. If you have anything that you think he's done that's positive, please let me know. All right. But no, to answer your question, no. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Blue wave is here. Yeah, there was no red wave. I know the best way. Oh, who's that? Your next president right there. That's Vice President Kamala Harris right there. Yeah. She's going to be the next president of the United States of America. And it's long past due. Right, Miss Morningstar. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get this show started. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. Listen, I am your host, I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here. But before we get started, ladies and gentlemen, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I am honest, all right? I'm the most honest person on social media. The second H, ladies and gentlemen, is because, well, you know, you guessed it, I'm humble. There's nobody more humble than me, all right? If I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. And then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is, you've guessed it, I am and will always remain the most handsome. Malia, you're right. K, wrong live, K. We don't endorse or promote any of the MAGA stuff, all right? So don't put Trump 2024 in my chat, please. Just listen up, all right? Many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of town, on this side of TikTok. What we do is very, very special. We hold our friends on the right, especially their orange cult leader, Donald J. Trump, accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds, as well as their crimes. And believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it safe to say that they've hit the jackpot when it comes to being some of the most corrupt politicians, some of the most deranged criminals that we've ever dealt with, right? We hold their feet to the fire. Sometimes they crash out, but, you know, at the end of the day, we ultimately send them to the lake of fire if they do not repent and turn away. Hold on. If they do not repent and turn away from wickedness, all right? So I got a bit of a heads up. Are there any Trump supporters out there? Any Trump supporters out there? Let me see. Do we have any Trump supporters out there real quick? I just want to make sure. I got to check the temperature. Do we have any? Oh, I see a couple. All right. We have Trump supporters. By the way, subscribers, there's a new Lake of Fire emote. Make sure you use it today, all right? Because I have a feeling we're going to need it. Okay, look at this. Ann, you might want to leave this live, all right, Ann? Because it's going to get very, very uncomfortable, right? I'm going to bring a lot of information, not just me, but some of my good friends out here. And it's specially crafted to help you get out of the cult, all right? It's going to be a lot of yelling, a lot of weeping, and, you know, the good book says weeping and gnashing of teeth, all right? It's going to be a lot of that. So if you don't want to experience that, Ann, leave this live, all right? Like I said, it's going to get uncomfortable for you. But get this, Ann, I know you don't believe me, right? You don't got to take my word for it. How about this? How about you listen to your leader?
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
All right. Thank you, Aaliyah, for the subscription. To those of you asking, am I happy under Donald Trump? No. Has Donald Trump done anything good? No. What I am here to do is to escort MAGA, all right, out of the cult that they've gotten themselves into. 9 years of this man, the golden escalator, you've been indoctrinated with all of his lies, all right? And now you're in a nasty situation. Quiet as it has kept you, Trump supporters, Kamala Harris is going to be the next president of the United States of America. Yeah, the same United States of America that our first president, George Washington, led. You know, to help us get our independence. Believe it or not, in 2024, Kamala Harris is going to win the election against Donald J. Trump. What are you going to do, Trump supporters? Have you ever thought about this? What are you going to do when your cult leader, when he realizes there's not going to be another chance for him to ever become president? He's going to invite you to another one of his rallies. He's going to turn the temperature up in there. He's going to put on his smelliest diaper. And he's going to play that music that we just saw him play the other day. And then he's going to say, geez, it's pretty warm in here. Go get the golden sneakers. And then they're going to bring out all these golden sneakers. And you're going to go, wow, Donald Trump really loves us. He's giving us the golden sneakers. And then he's going to say, you know, it's still hot in here. Is anyone thirsty? Anyone thirsty? And you all are going to go, I'm thirsty, Mr. President, I'm thirsty. And he's going to say, you know what would be really nice? How about we get some orange Kool-Aid going around here, right? And you know how this is going to go, MAGA. Put those sneakers on, all right? Bring out the orange Kool-Aid. Get the blankets and the pillows. We all should listen to music and listen and drink this Kool-Aid. And then next thing you know, MAGA, some of you won't make it. That's how this is all going to end if you do not get off of that Trump train. So that's why Zeus and the people that support what we do over here, that's why we're out here day in and day out. We're trying to save you. I know you're fighting it, but it's going to happen if you don't leave this man's cult. This guy is dangerous. He's dangerous, like Vice President Kamala Harris said. She says, in many ways, Donald Trump is an unserious person. but the consequences of putting him back in the White House are very serious. All right, so let me ask again, are there any Trump supporters out there that are willing to do the work to get out of the cult? All right. Yeah, they are setting themselves up for failure. I don't have to be nice about this anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I don't. All aboard the Trump train. Hummingbird, would you mind please coming up here real quick, Hummingbird? The show's only 2 hours. And I really do try to hear people out. People say sometimes Zeus is way too nice. All right? Because I actually listen to people. Hummingbird, please come up here and explain why you would continue to support somebody you know is dangerous. See? Look at that, Hummingbird. You don't want to come up in the box and explain. So you know what that means. If they don't come in the box after they get pinned in the chat, mods, you know what to do. Please put Hummingbird in a straitjacket, all right? Put her in a straitjacket so I could continue to minister to her soul. And in the meantime and in between time, how about we do this? Let's all send Hummingbird straight into the lake of fire. Let's give her a huge round of booze and shame. I don't need you to come up, Hummingbird.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
What I want to get into is what are some of the people who have worked for Donald Trump coming out and saying about Donald Trump? Because a lot of the Trump supporters, they crave to just be able to get in the same room with this guy. But what they don't do is they don't listen to the people who've already been in the room with Donald Trump. Listen to what Omarosa says yesterday. She goes on to CNN and she totally exposes it to the people. Listen to what she says.
Back in your memoir, back in 2018, they thought Trump was showing signs of mental decline. That's a pretty serious accusation. How does that Trump compare to the one you see now?
Well, I talked in Unhinged about how when we were in the boardroom for The Apprentice, Donald could come up with these very complicated figures. He could stand there and recall all of the details of a deal, and he would share those with us.
Right.
And as time went on, particularly when I observed him in the first year when we were in the White House, Donald was unable to recall basic figures. He would forget the name of his cabinet members. He would forget key details of policy issues that we were talking about as we were preparing for him to go out on stage. This was after he was briefed just moments before. That was in 2018. Let's talk about what we're observing right now in 2024. The reason Donald Trump is canceling these interviews is that when he starts to stumble, he starts to pivot. He wants to talk about you. He'll start attacking you, Laura, instead of talking about policy issues because he can't recall what they are. He cannot repeat consistently his position on key issues like the economy, like crime, or like immigration that are key issues to voters. And that's what you're seeing in his decline right now.
You hear that, MAGA? Thank you, Ray Ray. Donald Trump doesn't even know where he stands on those so-called key issues that you get in my box day in and day out. I want to talk about policy. Donald Trump doesn't even know where he stands on abortion, immigration, the economy, nothing. And y'all going to get out here and embarrass yourselves. This is sad. This is a sad situation you Trump supporters have found yourselves in. All right, let's see. Who do we got in the box, ladies and gentlemen? I'm looking to talk to a Trump supporter. Frank, are you a Trump supporter?
Hey, good morning. Frank Rizzo, 41 from New York City. Yeah, I'm voting for Trump.
Oh, all right. I'm so sorry, Frank. But shout out to New York. You voted already? I don't know what's going on in New York. Have you already voted?
Yeah, I usually wait till election day. I don't vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you vote for Trump in 2016?
Yeah, I voted for Trump in 2016,
Jesus
and I also
Christ.
voted for Dick Bush and Dick Cheney.
Did you vote for Trump in 2020?
Yeah, I voted for Trump in 2020.
Jesus. Wow. God, you must not care about yourself.
Why do you say that, pal? Why
people-
would I not care about myself?
Because Donald Trump wants to terminate the Constitution.
why
And
didn't he,
we don't have a
why,
United
why didn't
States.
he, why didn't
We
he do it
don't. We
2016 to 2020 if he wanted to do it? You know, he's obviously not that successful of a guy if he couldn't do it for 4 years.
Well, to be honest, he's not that successful. So that's the first part is correct. But one could make the argument that he's been trying to do it. I mean, he's been impeached twice, and then he led an insurrection against the United States government. I mean, he's been trying, and you
Yeah, I
know
mean,
that.
pal, if he was trying to lead the whatever you're saying there, I'm not going to repeat the words you're saying, but if he was trying to lead one, again, he's not very good at it. He had 4 years to do it. Why couldn't he do it then? Let me ask you a question.
Do you believe Mike Pence when Mike Pence said that Donald Trump asked him to do it?
Well, explain to me. What did he ask him to do?
Irrespective of the indictment, I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election. And that on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. But I chose the Constitution, and I always will. Anyone who puts themselves over the Constitution should never be President of the United States. And anyone who asks someone else to put themselves over the Constitution should never be President of the United States again.
I
That what
agree.
the President maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again over the last 2.5 years, is completely false. I dismissed it out of hand, but sadly the President was surrounded by a group of crackpot lawyers that kept telling him what his itching ears wanted to hear. I had hoped that on this matter of January 6th that it wouldn't come to this, because I do believe that this is going to further ignite the divide in the country. It'll be up to the government now to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this actually represented criminal activity. But what I want the American people to know is that I know in my heart of hearts that I did my duty under the Constitution that day.
I mean, I think it's pretty much open and shut case with those words.
Yeah, okay. So you're saying that he asked Mike Pence to not certify the election, right?
Correct.
Is that what you're saying?
And he did it repeatedly. And then when that didn't work, right? Because, first it was, hey, Mike, I need you to do it. All right, because I got everything in motion. I got the fake elector scheme in motion. All right, I got these lawsuits going. Everything's in motion. Will you do it? Mike Pence says no. He calls back another day. Mike Pence, what about now? Mike Pence says no. I've checked with all of my buddies, constitutional lawyers. They said I can't do it. Mike Pence, he keeps calling him, and then when Trump realizes that's not going to work, he sends a mob of his supporters.
Yeah, wait. Let's back up a second here. So let's say Mike Pence did it, right? How would that play out?
We would have had no constitution. We would have had no United States.
Wait a second.
We would have had
If
a
they didn't
fascist.
certify- if
We
you
would have
didn't
had a
certify the
fascist.
election, you don't have a constitution. How does that work?
We would have had a fascist person running the United States of America.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking you that question. I'm saying if he didn't certify the election, what would happen? I don't know the process. I'm trying to understand.
Okay, I just gave you the answer.
No, you're giving me a result. I want to know how it would work.
I'm not the. Okay, Frank. Here's the deal. I'm not the one in the scheme. I'm not the one committing the crime, so I don't know all of the ins and outs. But I know what he was trying to accomplish.
The Constitution in question,
Frank. Just come on. Do you believe?
Well, I'm asking you a question. You can't answer it. How would we have no Constitution? You said you have no Constitution. How would we have no Constitution if he questions?
Okay,
if he questioned the election and asked them, how does the Constitution go away? Explain that to me.
Because then the rules we would be running the country by wouldn't be based on the ones that are in the United States Constitution. It would be based on whatever Donald Trump says, right? That's
so
how.
Let me ask you a question. Are you against questioning the Constitution then?
Absolutely not. I'm against
Okay,
legally
so what's the
doing
problem
it.
then, pal?
Illegally doing it, I have a problem.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
got you in a gotcha moment here, pal, because you're saying with one hand you can't question the Constitution.
No, because he had
It goes
60.
away.
He did it 60 times with the court cases, so that's perfectly acceptable. But Frank, what's not acceptable is what Mike Pence was saying, and Mike Pence was the second-ranking government official. Don't you think his words carry weight?
Yeah, I'm not saying his words. Don't
Okay.
count. But
So
what
let's.
you're saying is if he did it, there'd be no Constitution. Why?
Yeah.
Explain to
So
me how that's true.
Frank, we only got 2 hours. Use the rest of your brain to figure that part out, please. Let's move on.
No, I want you to answer the question. You made the statement. You said there'd be no Constitution. Do you yield
No,
that
I
position?
didn't.
Yeah, you did, pal.
I said Mike Pence said there would be. Donald Trump wanted him to place him above the Constitution that day. So
Yeah, now you're rewording your words
the
here, which is
consensus.
fine.
The consensus is Donald Trump wants to terminate the Constitution. That's what that means. Now, Frank, if you can't
Wait a
connect
second. Now,
those,
so
if
you're
you
saying it again
if
here.
you
You're
can,
saying he wants that he asked him to terminate the Constitution. I don't think he asked him.
Frank, can I ask an honest question? What's your highest level of education?
Why does that matter, pal? I read a lot of books. All right.
Because what's not working is you're not thinking.
Pal, you made a claim. You said they're going to get rid of the Constitution, and I asked you how, and now you're pivoting, trying to make fun of me, saying I have no education.
That's correct. Because
So
I don't
you're-
know why.
so basically
Why
saying
do I
that
have
you
to
know what
explain
you were
this?
saying.
Why do I have to explain things that are already obvious to you?
Because you're trying to be a tough guy here by trying to say that I'm stupid, and then you're trying to say you didn't say something, although you did, and you know you were wrong.
You know, Donald Trump loves the poor and the poor and uneducated, right? The poorly
See, again, you
educated.
pivot again, pal. You went to my education, then you went to the poor. This is what you do. What's your level of education, pal?
Higher
What
than
school did
yours.
you go to?
It's higher
tough
than
guy?
yours. It's higher than
Huh?
yours. But that's to me besides the point. I just don't
Why is it
understand.
besides, so you can ask me the question, but I can't ask you the question, Sizzle Chest?
Yes, because you can't see how Donald Trump tried to place himself above the Constitution is
No, I'm
equal to
trying
him
find out
trying to
what your
terminate
position is,
it.
and you make claims that are false, pal. You said that that if he did that, there'd be no Constitution.
Think about it.
I am thinking about it, and you're wrong.
Explore it. What does that mean to you then? If I'm wrong, what is the correct way to interpret it? Maybe
I think
I'll explore this with you.
Yeah,
Please
sure. So what I'm saying is here, you know, he challenged the process and he challenged the Constitution, and the checks and balances worked. And what I'm saying to you is, let's say the checks and balances didn't work. Let's say Mike Pence said, hey, you know what, let's not certify the election.
Okay.
How would that have played out? You know, I think Congress would have got involved. I think there would be some sort of process. Which I'm asking you is, what's the process? And your answer is, well, they'd get rid of the Constitution.
No, but you're going back to what I'm saying. I'm asking you to explain what Mike Pence said in your world when he said Trump asked him to place him above the
Yeah,
United
he does
States.
what everybody does. They question the Constitution. People question the Constitution all the time. People question the process.
Do you
People
think
look at
there's
the
legal?
process. If they
So
think something-
how about this? Are there legal ways to question it?
Yeah, there's legal.
Are there
ways to
are
question.
there illegal ways that one perhaps could question it?
Illegal ways to question? What do you mean by illegal ways to question the Constitution? Give me an example. What are you
Hypothetically,
saying?
okay, hypothetically, say you engage in an illegal strategy to question the Constitution, which may have played out, and then next thing you know, you found yourself on the other side of an indictment. Then what?
Yeah, okay, then what? Give me an example.
Well,
You're just
I'll
making
explain.
up words.
I'll explain. Then there comes this person named Jack Smith, and next thing you know, you've been indicted in the state of Washington D.C. All right, and your political future is in turmoil. You've been impeached. Yeah, these are some serious crimes, and everyone who was in your inner circle that was a part of the scheme, they seem to be co-conspirators and on their way of being indicted. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, I've heard of the Jacksons.
Okay,
I mean, it went up to this. What are you talking about?
Okay,
Have I
okay,
heard of it?
okay.
Yeah, of course I heard of it,
Okay,
pal.
so how about this? How about this? What are you confused about? Is the indictment real?
I'm not confused about the indictment being real. I want the legal
Okay.
process to play out like it should in this country.
Okay,
Are we
okay.
innocent until proven guilty? Or do you not believe in innocent until proven guilty anymore?
No,
You know what
I,
said? Are you not for freedom of? Are you not part of the Constitution here, pal?
What,
You're
Frank?
You're innocent until you're proven guilty, right? Isn't that the law?
Frank. I just wanted you to understand. You're the example of a
No, I want
person.
you to understand. You're getting
who's-
rid of the rules of the lanes here. Okay,
Who's
you're
it-
just driving down a highway in any lane you want.
No,
Aren't
no,
we,
no.
Aren't we innocent until proven guilty? Isn't
No,
that how
not
this
in.
works?
Actually, not in this case. Because guess what?
Oh,
I
no, so
was.
You make up your own rules, then, pal.
I was going to. I was actually thinking. You know what? Frank is right. But now my mind goes back to what happened on January 6th. Did you
Yeah,
watch
until
that?
it happens to you,
Wait,
pal,
wait,
and then
wait.
the law
Let me ask you an
changes to you.
honest
How do you
question.
like that?
You're an American, right?
Yeah, I'm an American. What are you talking about? Am I American?
Where-
I said
where
I'm
were
from
you-
New York City.
Hey,
You know
listen,
what it is?
listen,
What are you
we're-
moving into now, pal?
Where were you at on January 6th?
Where was I at? I was in my nice warm living room. Okay, pal.
Did you watch it unfold
Yeah,
on
I
national?
watched it.
Okay,
Yeah,
what
do
was
you wanna know
going
what
through?
channel I watched it on?
Yeah.
I watched it on MSNBC while
Okay.
I watched the stock ticker go.
And what was your thought? What was going through your mind as you watched your friends get out there and assault the United States government that way?
Yeah,
What were
again,
you
you're
thinking?
assuming these people are my friends. How do
They
you know
are.
they're my friends? Do I call them on the phone?
Well,
See,
you're a
this is
Trump
the dumb
supporter.
thing You say.
Hey, don't
Huh?
curse now. Keep it clean. They're your friends. I promise you, they're your friends. But
Yeah, I
really,
don't
what
think
were
they're
your
my friends,
thoughts?
pal.
What were your thoughts?
Yeah, what was your thoughts when they burned down Chicago with your friends?
See,
No,
I knew
see,
you weren't.
one of
I
the
knew
stupid
you. I knew
friends,
you.
they're not my friends.
I knew you weren't an honest broker of the truth.
Yeah, you
Lady,
want to know something? I think the people that went in there are stupid people. What do you want me to say?
really?
I could admit that. The people that went in there were stupid. There's some stupid people everywhere. What's your point? Wow, what?
You're
The
proving
people
my
that went
point.
inside the Capitol were stupid. The
Okay,
people
time
that
out,
got
time out,
permits that
time
went on
out,
the
time out.
outside were
Hold on,
fine.
time out, time out. Do you Trump supporters hear what your fellow Trump supporter is saying about you? He doesn't think you're intelligent,
No, I
especially
think
those
the
of
people
you.
that went inside was stupid. What's your
Why?
point?
Okay, why do you? Can you use a? Let's just use the word not so smart instead. This is TikTok. I don't like that's a strong
Yeah,
S
that's
word.
fine. We can say not so
Okay.
smart. Whatever you
Can
want,
you
pal.
can you
Change my
clarify?
language.
Okay, can you clarify why you don't think they're not so bright?
Yeah, because people are not bright in this country. There's a plenty of people not
But
bright.
the
Hey, let
ones
me ask you a question.
the ones
Hey,
who
let me
went
ask you
into
a
the
question to be
Capitol,
fair.
sir, the ones
No,
who
no,
went
let
into
me
the
ask you a question
Capitol,
to be fair.
sir,
You think
Frank,
the people that burned down Chicago, were those people not intelligent?
sir, I would like to stay on one topic, please.
Yeah, of course you do. You don't want to answer the question. I could admit when there's dumb people on my side. You can't admit it.
Okay, so the
Were
people
the
who went,
people that burn cities down dumb?
Frank,
Just answer the
Frank,
question.
Frank, you're crashing out, bro. I get it. You're
Now you're
passionate.
buffering, man, because you can't answer the question.
If I was talking about Chicago, honestly, I'd go there with you. But we got an election right now, and the thing that's on the election that we're talking about is Donald Trump. What happened in Chicago really has nothing to do with Donald Trump. So please, an election is
Yeah, I'm
coming.
just
This no
asking you a
Frank,
question. You
Frank,
can't admit
Frank,
it.
Frank.
Maybe
November,
you need to
people.
go in the lake of whatever you call it, shame, because you can't even admit the people on your side.
Frank, can you just please stay on topic? Why did you say the people who went into the Capitol were uninformed? They weren't bright. What made you say that?
Yeah, because you shouldn't do that. I mean, you have a right to protest, but you don't have the right to go inside.
Can
the
I ask
building.
you next question then? Why were they there?
Why was who there?
Those people.
I don't know. I didn't interview them. Do you have
Take a
interviews
guess.
from them? Maybe we can interview them together. I don't
Well,
know.
give me if you had to bet some money and say 99 I have a 99.9% chance this is probably why these people showed up. And the choices were they were there because Donald Trump invited them, they were there because Nancy Pelosi invited them, or the FBI sent them. Which answer would you choose?
Yeah, is this is only a multiple choice where you only give me the answers? Is that how this works?
Because I asked you earlier, you didn't give me anything, so I'm giving you a little hint.
Okay, so you're giving me a hint. So you're trying to lead me down a path. I see what you're doing here, pal. You're very sophisticated. Listen, this is the answer I'm going to give you. It's very simple. You know, he invited a bunch of people down there.
Who's he? Who's he?
Who's he? He's Trump. What are you
Okay,
talking about?
thank you, Frank. I knew we would get you to just
Yeah, but he
come.
never told them to go inside and do that. Just because people get invited. So let me ask you a question. If you invite people
Hold
to your
on.
party,
Now it is up to Congress to confront
okay,
this
yeah, I
egregious
understand
assault
that.
on
Hold
our
I heard the
democracy.
video, pal. You don't need
And
to
after
hurry.
this, we're going to walk down, and I'll be there with you.
Oh,
We're going to walk down.
oh.
We're going to walk down anyone you want, but I think right here we're going to walk down to the Capitol, and we're going to cheer
Can you
on
find some tasty
our
bro?
brave senators and congressmen and women. And we're probably not going to be cheering so much for some of them, because you'll never take back our country with weakness. You have to show strength, and you have to be strong.
Okay, Frank. So that's pretty much the cult leader telling the not so bright people to go ahead and go to the Capitol, and he'll be right there with them.
Yeah, but pal, when did he say go into the Capitol? When did he say that?
He implied it.
Oh, he implied it, huh? He implied it by saying. So does that mean that when all political people say fight, does that mean they're implying go fight people? Or does
Well,
words only matter when it's for you?
Okay, how about this?
No,
How
how
about
about
this?
you answer my fucking question, pal?
Are you using strong language on my
Yeah, I'm
platform?
sorry, Zeus. I'm sorry. You got me a little frustrated there. I'll settle
Well,
down. I'll settle
okay,
down.
okay, but why are Trump supporters so angry, Frank? And maybe you can
You
help.
won't answer a question. You keep teeing these things up, and I ask you a question back, and instead you just pivot to another
What
question.
is your question? If that helps calm you down and get you back to
Yeah,
earth.
here's my question, pal. So when other people say, hey, you need to go out in the streets and fight for things, if those people went outside on the streets and started fighting people, would you say that they told them to go fight people?
In general, I think it depends on the circumstances. To be quite honest,
Oh,
some
see, this
cases,
is what
yeah.
I mean.
Look, Frank,
So when
I've
he
answered
says
your
go down to
question.
the Capitol,
Frank,
be
Frank,
strong.
Frank, Frank. I've
You
answered the.
take that. See, you
Frank,
interpret things
Frank,
you want to
Frank,
interpret.
Frank. You see, I'm being in good faith. I've answered the question. So there's
Yeah,
no
you pivoted.
whether
You
you
gave this like
whether you like
yeah.
my answer or not. I've answered it. So you got to calm down. I know what I'm doing.
I'll calm down. Just
Okay.
I'm sorry. You know, I'm a little razzled up today. You know.
I get it, because Donald Trump is losing in the polls, and it's coming, and you're getting ready to get off of that Trump train. I understand why you're frustrated, but at some point, this has to end. Either I'm wrong or you're wrong. I'm right or you're right.
Yeah, I
And
think we're both right, pal. That's
no,
the problem. You just
no.
don't want to agree with me.
no, Frank.
You
Frank,
refuse the truth, pal.
if you were right, you wouldn't be upset.
I'm right because you won't answer a question. You keep
I
pivoting.
answered your question. Remember, you asked. You didn't like it, but I gave you the answer. All right.
Yeah,
So
you said it depends on the situation, which
correct.
means that
Correct.
you are the person that's perceiving what people are saying.
Correct. So in general, I'll say if someone says something and then someone goes out and does something because they just heard someone say it, you really can't link that. But in this
Well,
particular,
there you go, pal. Thank you.
Frank,
Now
Frank,
we agree. So now
okay,
we agree Trump didn't tell him to go in the Capitol.
but Frank, in this,
But stop stuttering, pal.
Jesus Christ, Frank, in this particular case, it's not like that
You
because
just got lit up, bro. Just admit it. You just got lit up by Frank Rizzo, the master debater. Okay.
well, okay,
You just got proven wrong, pal.
okay, you lit me up. Okay, can
Words
I
for
finish?
ye, but not for me. That's what you got there, Zeus.
I don't want to mute you. All right. But we got to get this conversation wrapped up. All right. I just wanted to say this. It's not just what Donald Trump said, it's the other schemes that he was also a part of. And
Yeah,
when you
let's go
put,
through them then. Let's go through them one by one because you just got smoked. I rolled you up and smoked you, bro. Everybody knows it. The chat knows it. I know it.
okay. Well, listen, Frank, I already gave it to you. The scheme was the fake elector scheme. The
Yeah, and who
scheme
put
was
that forward?
pressure.
The Penguin
Listen,
Group?
the scheme was pressuring Mike Pence. The scheme was getting those people, John Eastman, Mark Meadows, Rudy Giuliani, to go out there and spread baseless lies. Okay, the scheme was Donald Trump from the very beginning declaring that he was going to win the election. See, when you put all of that together, you don't just have somebody saying an off-brand remark. You have crimes. And Frank, now that you understand that, and you can say, Jesus, I don't think you're right, but there's an indictment against a former president. We've never had to do this in American history. The gravity of this should start sinking in for you, Frank. Whether you agree with it or not, this is serious. Correct?
Yeah, I think the only thing serious, pal.
Okay, Frank.
Well,
So
you're not going to let me answer because you know I'm smoking you, bro. This is what you do, pal. You get people up here, but when you finally get somebody more intelligent than you, you ask me my education, and then I rolled you up and I smoked you. Just know Frank Rizzo smoked you today, pal. The
Okay.
chat knows it.
Okay,
Everybody
okay.
in the chat put up a red heart if you know I smoked the Zeus today. I ain't going in no shame lake there, pal. The only shame is you.
okay, great. You smoked Zeus, Frank. Now,
That's right.
Now-
put it
now-
on your mantle, pal. You can put it on your fridge.
Frank, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, she's smoking. Thank you, Rick.
Yeah,
You're just
that's you to train. You should be happy. Your supporters are supporting.
hold on, Frank. Frank, here's the deal. I've been more than generous with you. I've allowed you, because you kind of been trying to work with me. I've allowed you to repeat all of Donald Trump's lies and hey, Zeus, please take me out of the cult. And you're not trying to get out of the cult.
Yeah,
So-
I like you, Zeus. I like.
I get it, but unfortunately, you're still possessed with the MAGA demon. So let's ask the audience. They've listened to me and Frank talk. All right, Frank, your future hinges on what the folks in here say, because this is a democracy. Please put a 1 in the chat if you believe Frank is possessed with the MAGA demon and worthy of the lake of fire. Wow, Caliente, thank you. Hold on. Okay, look at that.
Look at. I'm entertaining, pal. That's the problem.
Look at that, look at that.
You think you entertainment.
Look at that, Frank, the
So you
audience
got
has,
a bunch of groupies, Zeus. That's fine.
they say
Wait
you're,
till my groupies come.
wait a second. So Frank, I got one last question to ask you. Now that the folks that heard you and I speak have validated what I've been saying is true and what you've been saying is a flat out lie, you're the one in a cult. What do you have to say?
I think you got a bunch of cult members in here, Zeus, and they're just sticking up for you.
Oh,
So you know
ladies
what,
and
Zeus? Hey, you know what, Zeus? You and I are friends, whether you like it or not, okay?
Oh, really?
Don't put me in the lake. I'll come back.
Oh.
We are friends, pal.
Oh, that's not going to save you, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Frank is possessed with the MAGA demon, and he's not such a bright guy. So we're going to have to throw Frank into the lake of fire, all right? Let's give him a round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. And when you get your damn mind, you call me.
Wow. You just can't save some of these people. They're knee deep in the cult. Frank probably would love the first opportunity he could to put his face into Donald Trump's dirty, disgusting diaper. Thank you, everyone. All right, seriously. You're in a cult. And Frank, I promise you, you think you smoked me? I'll put your video up on my page right after this. I've been putting videos up. You know what these same Trump supporters do after I post the video on my page? Zeus, please take the video down, Zeus. This is what they say. Zeus, please take the video down. I didn't know you were going to post it. No. I'm going to let you get up here and look just as deranged and ridiculous as your orange cult leader. So you can go back and look at what you forced the rest of us to listen to. I asked you for your education because I was concerned. Are you thinking about what you're saying before you're saying it? Seriously. The Trump supporters, I tell you, I mean, what the heck is Donald Trump offering these folks? Thank you, Tara. What is Donald Trump offering you? Here's a good example of what Frank sounds like. Frank, listen up.
You got to be able to finish a thought because it's very important. You know, this is big stuff we're talking about. You can't go that quickly. So let me just tell you. So I said, no, I'm just telling you basic, it's called the weave. It's all these different things happening. So let me just say, so I said to Mnuchin.
You hear this, Frank? You sound just like Donald Trump. You're incoherent. It's loud talking. I'm from New York. Loud talking. You're not making any sense. Thank you, Stacey, so much. I also want to call this out, Frank. It's so easy to smoke Frank and Donald Trump supporters.
I'm one of the few people in American history who's been vice president and president.
President
and
Biden.
I know both jobs, what they take. And I can tell you, Kamala Harris has been a great vice president. She'll be a great president as well.
That's President Biden.
When I decided it was time to pass the torch to the next generation, I knew who I wanted to replace me. I endorsed Kamala immediately. And if you've seen the campaign Kamala's run, it proves I'm right. The enthusiasm has been off the chart.
Thank you.
The convention was great.
Thank you.
She beat Trump so badly in the debate, he's scared to death to beat her again. Tough guy, right? Tough guy. Because he knows he'll lose again.
Thank you.
That's a fact. He is a loser.
You hear that, Frank, and all you Trump supporters? Donald Trump is a loser. All right? Even President Biden's laying into him. It's so easy.
Look, this is from the same guy who calls himself a great protector of women. Come on. Folks, look. There's the same guy who's been held liable for $83 million for sexual abuse and defamation.
Thank you.
Same guy.
Thank you, Biden.
For getting rid of Roe v. Wade. The same guy who has 3 other major cases waiting for him when he loses.
Thank you.
And by the way, 34 felonies. So far, he had to get sentenced. He got the sentence kicked back, but I want to watch that sentence.
Thank you.
Look, Donald Trump's not running for you. He's running for himself.
Thank you.
I think he's running to stay out of jail.
Thank you. Thank you. You hear this, MAGA? He's not running to help save this country. He's running to stay out of prison. All right. Do we have any more Trump supporters in the chat? You know what this is about. Anyone else want to get out of the cult? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, wow. 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 I can't believe this. Candy. Candy, come on up, Candy. Candy, please come up and talk to Big Zeus. What are you talking about? You're praying. Candy, I don't need you to pray for us. What we need you to do, Candy, is to do the work to get out of the cult. All right, all right. Yeah, MAGA will go down with the ship. All right, let's see. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please put a 1 in the chat if you're a deranged Trump supporter. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh, okay. Yes, Sir Puff.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How can I help you?
I wanted to congratulate you. I really did. And I'm happy for you. I really want to congratulate you because in less than 3 weeks, you guarantee 4 more years of your show.
How?
Because Donald Trump gets elected for president, it gives you something to talk about for the next 4 years.
Oh, you think Donald Trump's going to win?
Oh, yeah, I know he is.
Based on what?
Just reality.
I don't see it. He's scared to debate Kamala. Let me ask you a question. Do you think he's scared of Kamala Harris? Because, I know MAGA thinks of things in terms of strength.
No, I don't think he's scared of Kamala.
Why is he canceling his debates? And why doesn't he do a second debate with her? What's up with that thing he did yesterday, or 2 days ago, when he was, he stopped his rally and just started singing? What's that all about?
It wasn't a rally, they just started singing at it.
Well, it was a town hall. It was a town hall, to be honest.
Yeah, that's because that's what his people. So you asked my question of why he doesn't debate. I'll address your first question, why he doesn't debate her again. First off, she declined the first debate. She was the first no-show, but nevertheless, he didn't debate her the second time because why? So that you do 3-on-1 and then you get about a gazillion clips for the news to spread across every day and distort and change context. What's the purpose in it? Literally, what's the purpose in it?
Well, don't you think the American people should have the right to see the candidate and see him for who he is?
I do think that,
Okay, but before you were all upset about Biden being too old and all this other stuff, but now it kind of seems like the tables have turned.
No, it doesn't. But here's why. I mean, this is when you say, I think it was good that they exposed American people actually got to see what bias looks like and what 3-on-1 looks like. And we can factually check that. We can factually see how many times that Kamala Harris was that Donald Trump was fact-checked and she wasn't. Keep in mind, they both agreed to no fact-checking from the moderators. So the American people got to see that. The American people also got to see news interviews that changed the clips to answers to show. The American people are actually getting to see it for themselves finally for the first time.
So you think there was 3-on-1?
Well, I don't think there was. You can factually check how many times Donald Trump was fact-checked, how many times she was. You can factually see how many times.
Okay.
On her.
I think the reason, and this is just me, do you think words matter? Especially words of a former president or even person running to be president. Do you think
all words matter? I
think
your words matter because the dangerous that you do every day.
Okay. So let's talk about they're eating the dogs and they're eating the cats.
Stupidest thing Donald Trump ever said out of his mouth.
But look at the impact that it had. Look at the impact that it had, Mr. Sir Puff.
What impact?
Kids were harmed by it. Schools were shut down. Threats were made to these schools and to the community of the Haitians. I mean, this is why you have to fact check Donald Trump because his rhetoric, whether you want to acknowledge it or not, is dangerous.
Okay. So let's do this. So let's take same Kamala Harris in that same debate, literally quoted the Charlottesville thing that she knows factually has been debunked, and so do you, Zeus.
What's Charlottesville?
When he says there's good people on both sides.
That hasn't been debunked.
Wait a minute. The clear speech is right there. It clearly says he wasn't talking about the white supremacists or the neo or the other word. He clearly says, I'm not talking about them. He was talking about Americans that didn't want their statues down that are good people. And you know that, I know that, and she's known that. We do know the bloodbath thing is an automobile industry term that's been used for everything. So does Biden knows that too. You do know that. And they use them terms as well. And that's dangerous rhetoric. So it's tit for tat on that.
No. Honestly, no. I think what Kamala did may have been she may have misspoken. And
No,
you know
she
what?
didn't miss.
And-
She said, wait a minute, hold on.
and-
Okay,
and-
if that's true, Zeus, if that's true.
Yeah,
if
but
that's true,
that
wait a minute,
pales in
if- oh,
comparison.
Let's hold you to your words. If that's true, you said she may have misspoken. Then why has she said it at every rally and everywhere she goes? She said that same thing at least 20 times. So she misspoke 20 times? Well, a misspoken person for 20 times shouldn't be president.
Oh, no. What harm has resulted from her saying it? If you can, please enlighten me. What harm?
Because when you say things like that, you're telling the people, look, this is what this man is. When you tell people he's a threat to democracy.
Now that's true.
Wait, he's an existential threat. No, it's not.
Okay,
Because
I get it.
What it does is it boldens people to shoot him in the ear and to try to do it again and again. That's what it does.
Oh, so Trump is a victim in your world.
When you get shot in the ear in a
He didn't
speech
get-
in a presidential
he
election,
did-
that is the
he did-
definition of victim, sir.
Okay,
That's the
time out,
definition of
Puff. Puff. He didn't take a bullet for this country. There's no proof that he even was hit.
Oh, now you're ridiculous, but okay.
How do you wait? You said his ear was blown off?
I didn't say it was blown off. I said he was shot in the ear.
Okay, do you have, because the way I see his ear, it looks like nothing happened. Explain that.
Is this really the thing you're going down? Now you're saying this. Now you're literally saying that the assassination attempt was staged. It was a hoax. Is that what you're saying?
It just doesn't seem
Is that
real.
what you're saying, Zeus? Yes or no?
It just doesn't seem real.
Are you going to post this video? Are you going to post this video?
Absolutely. Yep.
Are you
Do you have any proof, Sir Puff?
Is it your stance? Yes, I do have proof. He got shot in the ear.
Yeah, because I don't think he did.
On live television.
I don't think he did.
So
You know what I say, Sir Puff? You know what I say? And I'm gonna be honest with you. You are all so deep in the cult, you don't see it. For instance, Sir. Yeah, it's funny, right? Think when you know Trump like we know him, you understand what I'm saying. For instance, who is harmed?
Look at all the
Puff,
1,400 people. You put 1,400 people worldwide that are literally agreeing with you about whether that was a hoax or not, and you want to call somebody a cult?
You are. So let me explain it to you. Who ends up harmed in Donald Trump's orbit the most? Democrats or his own supporters?
I don't think Donald Trump harms anybody.
Okay, so let's take the COVID situation. He lied and spread a lot of misinformation, and it got a lot of his supporters to not trust things like getting vaccinated.
He didn't tell you not to get vaccinated.
Did you get vaccinated?
Wait a minute. Who created the vaccine, Zeus?
He did.
So he did something in 10 months and then told you not take it.
No, he told you not to take it. Number one.
No,
So
he
a lot
didn't.
of you. So listen, Sir Puff. A lot of Trump supporters refused to get vaccinated and they died as a result of it. For instance, you know who Herman Cain? Listen, Sir Puff. Listen, Herman Cain. You know who he was? He went to a super spreader rally, lost his life.
I don't know who Cain was.
Okay, so that's another example of
Donald Trump again. You just say things aren't
Jesus
true. You
Christ.
tell me not to. You know why? Why
Listen.
a lot of us didn't take that? Why a lot of us didn't take that jab? It's because we didn't give a damn that Donald Trump said it was safe and I did it in 10 months. To the opposite, I was pissed off that he did it in 10 months and said absolutely not. I don't give a damn.
Okay. See, and this is why I say you're harming yourself. Let me give you another example. January 6th, right? Guess what happened? One of his soldiers, she lost her life at an event he organized. And wait, Sir Puff, and then some of his and his soldiers, they're in prison.
You're right. An unarmed woman that was protecting Capitol Police and was actually assaulting someone that was breaking the window. The unarmed woman that was assaulting someone that was breaking the window.
He's crashing out.
It literally, an unarmed woman that was assaulting.
She was armed.
Before that.
She was armed.
No, you don't play the. No, she wasn't. You don't play the video when she assaulted me.
Your hands can be weapons.
No, again, but the same glass that she's climbing through that you're claiming.
They brought a noose to the Capitol to hang the vice president.
Right, but you don't leave. You leave the clip out of it. That what was going on prior.
They told Donald Trump your vice president is under attack, and he said, so what?
Again, you'll cut me off because you don't want it heard, but you don't. You leave out the part.
Okay, but the thing is, was she a Trump supporter?
Again, the glass that was broken out, she didn't break it out. She was actually assaulting the guy that was breaking it out. She was standing there with the Capitol Police, handing out water to the Capitol fucking Police.
Okay. Oh, keep it clean. Keep it clean. You're crashing out, bro. Bro, you're crashing out. Come on now. I get it. This is scary stuff I'm giving you. It's scary. But my only thing was she a Trump supporter?
Yes, she was a Trump supporter.
And she lost her life.
Again.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to prove, Puff. Now, the so-called hostages, listen, the so-called hostages, Sir Puff, come on now.
Which means you Democrats are dangerous to people that support someone or believe different than you do. That's what that means.
No.
Yes, it exactly means that.
The people who went to prison, those are Trump supporters, right?
Oh my gosh, you're ridiculous. One point to the next, because you can't. But
because
hey,
Puff. My main argument. Puff, my main Puff.
Because you get 4 points.
Puff, I need you to just listen. My main argument was it's a cult. Yeah, yes, because you're over talking the host. Okay. My main argument, I don't know if you lost it in terms of, because you're so passionate, but my main argument is that Trump supporters get hurt the most by Donald Trump. Okay, that's all. And I'm giving you examples. So we're at January 6th, sir. And I said there's over 1,400 of him. There's one that lost her life. And then there's the rest. They're sitting in prison right now. So those are Trump supporters. Now, he had an event in Butler. You remember that? Guess who ended up harmed? His supporters. This man is dangerous. This weekend, Coachella. You heard about it. He left his supporters stranded. They're passing out at his rallies.
Laken Riley. Can you say Laken Riley? Can you say that out loud? Can you say her name?
Look at you.
Can you say the 13 soldiers out loud? Can you say the 13 Afghan soldiers that died in Afghan? Can you say them out loud? Do you know their names, Zeus? Do you know their names, Zeus? You don't know their names.
You see what you just did?
You don't know their names, do you?
You see what you just did?
Hey, I come up here to tell you congratulations. You got 4 more years of the show. And let's
okay. So Puff, you don't want to acknowledge that you are just fodder for Donald Trump. You're nothing to him. He will invite you to a rally, and if you lose your life, so what? It's just the price of being a supporter. You don't see it. You're in a cult, bro, and you need to wake up. And this is why I do this show. You say it's dangerous. Yeah, you're darn right it's dangerous leading you folks out of the cult.
Look, enough. You do this show because it lines your pocket. It shows where your real value's at, where your real character's at. You do this show to line your back pocket, and you know it, and it's provable.
Unfortunately, Puff, you're wrong again. So guess what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen? Sir Puff, the truth. Oh, look at him. Yeah, he knew it, but you could run, but you can't hide. Sir Puff, unfortunately, you've been hanging around Snuggles a lot, and it shows the truth is not in you. You got up here, and every example I gave you about how Donald Trump is causing you and your friends harm, your mind went here. You don't want to deal with it. So, of course, what I do is dangerous to you. Of course, what Kamala Harris says is dangerous because we're showing you what's happening. Unfortunately, Sir Puff, I got to do it. I got to throw you in the lake of fire, bro. I think he's a really nice person, but when he's possessed with that MAGA demon, Sir Puff is a terrible person. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in warming up the lake of fire, and we're going to throw Sir Puff in it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a huge, and I do mean huge, round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
Yeah, is he just another Trump supporter on his way straight to hell? Do I lose any sleep about any of this? No. People ask me, Zeus, how do you feel sending these Trump supporters straight to hell? I tell them, I say, you know what? They deserve it. They don't care about their lives. Why should we? All right. So, there's more out here, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And I want you all to listen. Oh, wait a second. That's what Democrats do. Okay, Nate. Okay, hold on. What do Democrats do? Because I'll show you what Democrats do. You want to know what Democrats do? They go and they do interviews. They do interviews like Kamala Harris did yesterday on the Breakfast Club with Charlamagne the God. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm. And so that took some time. There's a whole process around that, but that's the work that we have done. In addition to work that we have done writ large on criminal justice reform.
Okay. Let's take some calls. Let's take some, well, not calls. Let's go to the talkback feature.
My question for Kamala is why are we, and I say we because my tax dollars is sending the money, why are we sending money to other countries when we desperately need it in our own country for homeless, housing, resources, for whatever? That is my determining factor if I vote for Kamala or not.
That's one of.
Do you think Donald Trump could handle a question like this? But, let's listen to our vice president, soon to be president, give an answer, all right? And then we're going to go back to the box.
Reasons the America First rhetoric resonates because nobody in America would complain about where money was going if American citizens' everyday needs were being met. So what do you say to that?
We can do it all, and we do.
Thank you.
So, first of all, I maintain very strongly America should never pull ourselves away from our responsibility as a world leader. And that is in the best interest of our national security and each one of us as Americans and our standing in the world. That being said, we also have an obligation to American citizens, obviously, and people who are here to meet their everyday needs and challenges, which is why, for example, we have done the work in the last 4 years of bringing down the cost of prescription medication, whether it be $35 a month for seniors for insulin or $2,000 a year cap on prescription medication. What we have done that has been about putting $17 billion in our HBCUs. I am proud to be the first HBCU vice president of the United States. I intend to be the first HBCU president of the United States. Those resources are about sending them to centers of academic excellence that I know them to be. The work that I continue to do is about increasing access to capital for our small businesses. It is about increasing the opportunity for home ownership, knowing that Black people are 40% less likely to be homeowners in America. We have a history of legal and procedural obstacles to that home ownership, starting with the fact nobody got 40 acres and a mule,
Amen.
to redlining, to issues that this Detroit area and people around the country know to be real. So part of my plan is that we're going to give people a $25,000 down payment assistance to get their foot in the door to buy a home for first-time home buyers. The work that I'm going to do to increase housing supply.
Thank you. Thank you. Now you see, that's somebody whose cognitive skills are high. She's released her medical records to the American people. She has nothing to hide. This is what a real leader looks like, MAGA. And especially to these so-called brothers and sisters out there, listen up. Quit asking about questions you already know the answer to. All of a sudden, how are you sending money over to another country when we should be using that money here? I had to think about it, and I said, you know what? A lot of you folks got bills out there. How you pay your mortgage and your car note? You can do both? How you buy food to pay your rent? Y'all act like we can't do two things at once all of a sudden when Kamala Harris is around. Y'all some of the worst, I tell you. This is why it's sad. It's really sad. Right, Rick? Thank you, Rick. It's really sad. You know how to get out there in these streets and sneak and geek, don't you? You know how to do more, all of that nasty stuff all of a sudden. But, when it's Kamala Harris, let me get out my white glove and now I got to do the little white glove test. All of a sudden, you got standards. Sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast, all right? Let's go straight to the box. Now, any Trump supporters out there real quick? Oh, my goodness, look at the time. Yeah, no, Shorty, they out here sneaking and geeking. I know what these brothers and some of these sisters are out here doing. The ones that get up here and all of a sudden when they get around Kamala Harris, hey, you got to earn my vote. Huh. All that nasty work you've been doing out here, and all of a sudden somebody got to earn your vote? You want to know her policies? That makes absolutely no sense. You probably wouldn't even know what a policy was if it slapped you in the face. Now all of a sudden you want to talk policy. Sit your special behinds down and listen to this special broadcast. All right, let's bring up the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? Who do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? Who do we got next? All right, we don't got all morning to do this. Who is this? Who is this? You got some folks out here. You just got to bring them on up here. Lionel, have we spoke before? We spoke before.
I've been up here. Yes.
God. You gonna turn the camera on again?
I'll turn it on. I have no problem with turning it on.
Y'all remember this guy, right? This is the black Confederate of TikTok.
This is the black liberal of TikTok. Y'all should know who that guy is. He gets paid to talk about Trump.
Why? Did you already go and vote? We don't gotta spend all day doing this.
Nope,
Did you?
I haven't went and voted yet. I got time.
Oh, you don't got time to vote.
No, I said I got time.
Okay. All right. Have you thought about what you and I spoke about last time?
No.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! 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 Lord!
I'll wait for you to finish.
Thank you. Why do you continue to get out here on social media, brother, and go against all the work our ancestors put in? I was talking to my mom about you. I said, I don't know what's gotten into these brothers out here where somewhere along the line they've drank this Kool-Aid Donald Trump's been selling, and now their minds
the Kool-Aid that Kamala is selling. Oh, the rest of the Democratic Party is selling. If you go look up the Grant Reconstruction and the KKK, go look that up. And I'm giving you the source. Grant Reconstruction and the KKK. Go look it up. See who paid the KKK.
Okay, enough of the triple K. I get it. That's where you're at.
Yeah, you get it, but you don't want to talk about it. You ain't gonna talk about it though. You ain't gonna talk about how Kamala, how Miss Harris locked up a bunch of black women, but also gave the right for officers to run into people's homes. To a woman, a black woman, that her daughter had single cell anemia. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it.
Who? What's her name?
What's her name? Here, I just bring it up because you obviously trying to play dumb once again, Mr. Zeus. Playing dumb about the woman, even though she spoke on her own story. She spoke on her own story. You heard the video. So I know you know her name because you heard her video. She spoke on the video herself.
I know who you are referring to, but
Yes,
you
indeed.
and I both.
But you're not going to talk about her though. You're not
You
going
know,
to talk about her.
no. Well, we don't give credit to lies over here. But
Oh
here's
wow, we don't. So what about the Caucasian male that was trying to get? She was trying to get 15 years to life over a speeding ticket, all because of the power in her pen.
give me a.
Remember that video? Remember that video?
I remember
Yeah,
vaguely the
remember that
conspiracy.
video?
I
Remember
remember
that video?
But please get it queued up.
Yeah, I have no problem with getting it queued up. Not a problem. We're going to speak facts today.
Show your daughter
Hold
how
on,
much
and
you
then I want
love
to play
her
this
with
for
this
you. I
beautiful
want to play
gift.
this for you. I want to play this.
It says,
Misinformation. One of the biggest allegations against you is that you targeted and locked up thousands of black men in San Francisco for weed. Some say you did it to boost your career. Some say you did it out of pure hate for black men. Please tell us the facts. What's the facts of that situation?
It's just simply not true. And what public defenders who are around those days will tell you, I was the most progressive prosecutor in California on marijuana cases and would not send people to jail for simple possession of weed. And as vice president, had been a champion for bringing marijuana down on the schedule. So instead of it being ranked up there with heroin, we bring it down. And my pledge is, as president, I will work on decriminalizing it because I know exactly how those laws have been used to disproportionately impact certain populations and specifically black men.
Before we get into
So, brother, I'm gonna need you to stop going to Donald Trump and getting that stepped on product he's giving you, and then coming out here on TikTok and acting like you selling A1, because you're embarrassing yourself.
Okay. Well,
So just
River banning fracking. So either Kamala Harris actually.
okay. Stop.
Based on the things she hears.
Stop.
Did she not say she want to ban fracking?
Stop.
That she says ever. Moving on, in regard to our active duty military.
I gotta mute this. I gotta mute you because you're doing what Snuggles does. You're taking a bunch of edited videos to make a narrative and you playing it like it's A1. It's not A1, it's stepped on.
No, it's A1 because she said in that debate that there was no soldiers that was deployed. What did that soldier say? Where the F are we at? Huh? What?
I could play you some information that Donald Trump has been saying lately, and I just wanted to...
I can play you some information
No.
Kamala's been saying.
No, I just realized who I'm talking to again, and I said, this guy, you could barely handle this little bit I just gave you, so I can't bless you with the whole thing.
Please, by all means, do, sir.
No.
Please, by all means, do. Because I'm going to bless you with all of it. I'm going to give it all to you.
No.
You spread lies so badly. You called Donald Trump a felon. Let's go back to that. How you called him a felon. How you called Donald Trump a felon.
Jesus.
A felon.
Sorry, Mom. This guy is, he's having internal, he is a felon.
You called him a felon, but yet instead he beat his case. He beat his case. Just same way he beat his impeachment cases. The one in Detroit, he beat it. When they tried to impeach him, he beat it. He beat the other one. He just beat the felony case for the fraud. The bank came in and spoke in his defense.
This is who Donald Trump preys on, ladies and gentlemen. Brothers like him. Do you understand that Russia is supplying you with this misinformation? Wait, brother. Wait. He's going back to his safe space, right? This is what he do. Oh my God. Listen. Lionel. Unfortunately, brother, I've only could take so much of the misinformation and the disinformation.
So much of you, sir.
Yeah.
You get paid to bash Donald Trump. And you know you do. But you'll sit back and say, oh, no, I don't. You get paid to bash Trump.
Oh, okay. And what do you get paid to do? Oh, I get it. Go in the lake of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, join me. Join me in sending Lionel straight to the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of booze and shame. Thank you for that vacation.
Silence, you MAGA Damon. Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
I see some people out there are triggered by the way that I'm just throwing one Trump supporter, next Trump supporter into the lake of fire. Y'all getting triggered by that. I understand y'all call yourselves Christians and y'all going, well, how can Zeus throw these people in the lake of fire? Because they are possessed with the MAGA demon. All right, that's what we do over here. We throw you in the lake of fire. Now, listen, like I said, maybe you didn't hear my message at the top of the show.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Oh, wait a second. Someone said I'm not a Christian, so they don't expect me to act like one. Come on in the box real quick. We don't got all morning. Listen, I got a lot of folks who want to come up here and put a little meat on the bone because I'm nice. If you think I'm mean, trust me. I'm the nice one, all right? Yeah, Surf. Yeah, Surf, come on up here. Zeus sent you a guest request. And if you don't come up, I'm going to ask him. Put Surf in a straight jacket. I just sent this knucklehead an invitation. And they didn't want to accept the guest request. So guess what, Mod? You know what to do. Put him in a straight jacket, all right? We don't want those Russian bots. We don't want these Russian bots in here spreading misinformation and disinformation, all right? And creating more of those Lionel type of individuals, all right? We got other things to do this morning, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Yeah, all right? Hey, put a 1 in the chat real quick if you are a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread, all right? We don't got all morning. This is a 2-hour show. We're in and then we are out, all right? All right. Who do we got? I'm grabbing some random folks up here, ladies and gentlemen. And then we're going to go to hear some from some of the friendlies, all right? Because, we got to mix it up out here, all right? I see you, Nutty. Oh my goodness. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you believe Donald Trump is going to come rescue you from your situation that you found yourself in. All right. Even though you just saw him the other day dancing and swaying at a town hall and you know he don't care about you. Who do you say? Who said this? Bring me up? Camera chick. You want me to bring you up? You're a Trump supporter? When they say bring me up, you know you got to do that. Camera chick, are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Oh, I think we spoke before, huh?
No, we haven't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, listen, what did you want to say real quick? All
Okay,
right.
I just want to say you are super nice. And yes, I'm a Kamala Harris fan. You are
Thank
super
you.
nice. The bottom line is all of these Trump supporters come up in this chat with 10,000 excuses. But the bottom line is they do not want a black woman in the White House, period.
Even the brother. Wait a second. Even the brother, because you saw that.
Brothers are just straight, insecure, and racist. Not the brothers, but the Trump supporters.
The
Now,
black ones, yeah.
If you're a black man, you have issues and you're insecure. You got mommy issues.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, listen, camera chick, I appreciate you. All right. We're going to go back to the audience. I got to do one more Trump supporter. Then I'm going to go to the friendlies. All right.
Right.
But,
Thanks.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give camera chick a round of applause. No lies detected. She ain't lying. She is not lying. All right. All right. Let's get one more Trump supporter up in here. Please put a 1 in the chat. All right. If you believe Donald Trump is the best thing for this country since sliced bread. All right. Let's see. Who do we have next, ladies and gentlemen? Who do we have next? Oh, there it goes. I see ya. All right. The Lost. What do you call yourself? Oh my goodness. The Lost. We'll call him the Lost, all right? Trump loves America. Oh, my God. Pablo, you don't believe that. Pablo, you know Donald Trump doesn't love America. Come on now, knock it off. Greetings.
It's Lost Uchia.
Uchia.
Currently driving, though. So.
Oh, okay. You can't do that. You can't be up in here and trying to do more than one thing at a time, all right? You know, that sounded like you saying we can't pay for those people who need hurricane relief and fix the border, right? All right? Put a 1 in the chat real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait, Trump have the cure for the virus. Whoa. Snooty Fox. I don't even know what that is, Snooty Fox. That doesn't even make sense. Snooty Fox, oh my God, that doesn't even make sense. What are you saying? All right, I invited Snooty Fox in the box. Oh, look at that. We got Cash. Cash, come on up, Cash. Come on now. Come up here and defend your cult leader. Come on up here and defend your daddy. Snooty Fox, he is delusional. I agree. Yeah, Trump can kick rocks. Snooty Fox. See, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Robert says, I'm anti-American. Come on up here, Robert. I want to talk to you what being American is all about, if you don't mind. Straight jacket time. Yeah, put Snooty Fox in a straight jacket, if you don't mind, all right? These Trump supporters, this is a sign, ladies and gentlemen, that they know the end is near, all right? They know the end is near. Yeah, Trump is too old. Trump is too old. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. You know what the drill is over here. All right. Well, I guess we got some folks in here that are sitting around here saying that they are too afraid to get in the box. So I'll do this. We'll go to Straight Facts. All right. Straight Facts. Good morning. How are you doing?
Just fine. How are you doing this morning?
I'm all right. What do you think about the state of affairs currently right now in this country? We had a lot of interesting guests come up here. It seems like they're still in denial.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you the truth. This caught me by surprise. I thought I had took my request.
Oh, you want to come back up later? I can do that.
No. Since I'm up here, let me go on and finish. Go on and talk and say what I was gonna say. Zeus, you are so nice. Sometimes you have to check the ear to eye ratio, though. I don't think that you pay attention to that enough because he was obviously delayed. I don't know why you let Lionel up here to play them games, and then he sat up here and act just like he couldn't hear exactly what you were saying, which is it wasn't just the Stop the Steal rally. It wasn't just the on Pence. It wasn't just the lies that he told for years and keeps telling for years. It's all of those things wrapped up into one is the reason why we call him an insurrectionist, a traitor, a treacherous traitor. On top of that, they pretend just like they don't know that he got 34 felonies and he is convicted or he's been found liable of being an SAer. Those are facts. And I don't know how you think you're going to keep on getting around these facts. Because what's going to happen is on November 5th, when we all run on down there and make Kamala Harris the president of the United States of America, guess what?
What's that?
Fox gonna pop them right on up in.
Thank you. You hear that
Lionel, I want you to figure out your hairstyle first before you try to figure out any complicated things like how the government works. Because you obviously don't give two you-know-what's raps about the government and how the government works. You get up here every time while you in your car showing your whole stupidity. And it's embarrassing for us as Afro-Americans because that's the reason why they think that we're easily manipulated because of people like Lionel. Lionel, I want you to take some more of your medicine or don't take no more. Whichever one it is, I want you to figure it out, and I want you to figure it out fast.
Wow. I told him straight facts. I said, please don't go any further. You're going to embarrass yourself on this show. Okay? I tried to give him several opportunities to self-correct because that's how I was raised, but unfortunately, he didn't take advantage of that, right?
He never takes advantage of it. I mean, you tried to tell him as nicely as you possibly could to be quiet, and he just kept going on and on and on. And that's what we're talking about, Blagger. It's not about us wanting to tell you who to choose. It's about why envelopian people think that we are easily manipulated because of people like you who refuse to do the research. It's not even funny anymore.
She's telling the truth.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. I mean, you guys need to really go ahead on and go back to school and get you a civic class, a something class, a daggone third grade refresher. I don't know what to tell y'all, but if y'all keep going down this road, you're gonna find yourself fodder for them to play with.
Yes. And that's what this is really all about. It's really getting to the point where playtime, we're way past it. Playtime's really over. They're in a dangerous situation.
It is. You're dangerous to us now because we see that you'll turn and trade on us in any given moment just for $1. And money ain't everything, y'all. It's just not.
Yep.
And then on top of that, you're not even getting the real gold. You're getting the fool's gold at that. I could even maybe see if some of y'all was getting the little money off Trump in the situation, but you're not even getting that. Them stimulus checks was sent by the Democrat Party.
Thank you.
Trump didn't do anything but held up the last payment to put his name on it. That's it. And we all of us grown-ups and all of us that know how the government works, we know that.
Thank you.
So when y'all sit up here and y'all act like he gave y'all some money, it's just the most sickening thing in the world. Hush, because we know doggone well right away that you don't know how the government works.
Thank you.
So
thank you.
You hear my granddaughter back here.
I hear her. You keep up the great work.
So much. Thank y'all so much for the gifts. And y'all, come on, black people. We can do better.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Straight Facts, No Lies Detective. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have a show of force up here. Do we have any other Trump supporters out there that are still confused about what type of time they should be on right now? It is really time, as far as I'm concerned, it's really time for you to get out of the cult. Oh, all y'all lying. Oh, okay, CS, won't you come back? Send a guest request, CS. Send Zeus a guest request. Tell us how we're lying. All right? I promise you'll find out soon enough you are living the lie. You the one out here living like a bottom feeder. Donald Trump isn't going to help you. That's the problem with a lot of you. Y'all think Donald Trump is going to one day, skies are going to part, and he's going to drop down with his little crumpled blue suit and that dirty diaper, and he's going to come into the hood and where you and listen, what you doing? You need a couple dollars? Here's a couple dollars. Y'all think Donald Trump is going to do that? See, this is the problem with you. This is the problem. Who's Big? Who's this? Who's this brother right here? Big Black. You had something to say about Kamala Harris? Come on up here. I know you didn't say anything like that about our vice president, Big Black. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. But I mean,
are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Are you voting for Kamala?
I think both candidates are gonna fuck us.
Oh, listen. Can you use better language on the show?
Excuse me, sir. Okay. Yeah, I think both candidates are gonna leave us stranded.
No.
Kamala, she's been in office for 4 years.
Wait a second.
Even if she's the vice president,
Mister, come on now. You're not voting?
What was her agenda as vice president?
Wait. You're not voting?
What was her agenda as vice president?
Can I get this?
Give me a reason to vote for her. Tell me why I should vote for her.
I'm just concerned right now. Are you voting or not? Because if you're not voting,
Make me a voter. Tell me why I should vote for your candidate. Because I know a lot of reasons I shouldn't.
No. Because how old are you?
Because I know that Trump is not for the people, and neither is Kamala.
Okay.
This is my point with all of this.
Okay.
Everybody's trying to make it seem like one is better than the other. They both suck.
Time out. And to me, you're the real issue in the community.
No. I'm not the issue.
No. You know why? You know why I say you're the sir. Jesus Christ, sir. I gotta mute you. You're charged up, and you ain't got no solutions. It's just a bunch of hatred. You're not doing. I promise you.
I don't hate
what
anybody.
are you? So what are you currently doing in your community to actually have a positive change? Because from the way it looks to me, you doing a whole lot of complaining, but not a lot of working.
How does it look like anything to you when you've only been talking to me for 2 minutes? This is what I'm saying about people like you. Because you make up a lot of shit.
See, there you go again, using profanity. I've asked you point blank. We only got a certain amount of time to do this show. Are you voting or not? And you failed to answer the question, bro.
Okay, there's a lot of people that's not voting because there's not a candidate to vote for.
Okay. Just because you got a lot to say, it doesn't mean everything you're thinking is right. I personally, brother, I got a problem with you not voting. If you can vote, I got an issue with that.
No, I can definitely vote. I'm not a felon.
Okay. So now it's getting a little serious to Zeus. Why would a person who knows American history and the plight black folks have had to go through in this country, why would you, in your right mind, simply go and I guess retreat or surrender and say, I'm not voting because I somehow don't like those two options. And then think you have a voice. You people should hear you even for whatever it is you're trying to say. You didn't even vote. You're sitting it out.
Because I think different from you. I feel like the people that lost their lives and gave their lives for us to have the opportunity to vote wouldn't want us to squander it on people that ain't doing nothing for us.
Wow.
That's how I think.
Wow.
It seems to me it's not honoring your ancestors. If somebody dies
Jesus
for you to
Christ.
have a privilege and you just waste it, like what are you gonna get from voting for either one of these people?
I can't help
this. This is the thing that I don't understand. You pay taxes to get services. You vote for politicians that you feel that are going to go in office and do the things that you want them to do. That's why you vote for these people.
Sir.
So where's that at?
Sir. No one said that the rest of the world has to kiss your behind.
I didn't say that either.
So the impression. Okay. So
if you're not getting, if the people that you vote for don't have your best interests at heart, what is the purpose of voting if you're voting for people that don't give a shit about you?
Time
They're
out.
not gonna do anything
Jesus
for
Christ.
you.
Okay. So let's think of it in simple terms. If you're not in the game, right? What can you say to the people who are actually in the game about how the game should be ran? If you're not even participating, think about that. I hate to say it in such a simple way, but for you to sit on the sideline and not even be a part of the game, but then get out here and act like the world should kiss your rear end is deranged as heck. You think your ancestors, when they went and voted, felt like they had people that actually had their best interest in heart? You think that's what they put their lives on the line for? So that you could sit up here and see, this is the sickest stuff I've ever done. This is why, sir, what am I saying? What am I saying to you?
Basically, you telling me that I should vote for somebody that's gonna make my life miserable. That the policies they make, that the policies they put forth are gonna affect me negatively.
Time out.
But because this is who I have to vote for, I should vote for them. Is that what you're telling me?
I'm saying you don't have the opportunity to get up here and complain. See, I shouldn't even be talking to you because time out. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm muting you because I gotta run my show. I normally would just drop people when they say they're not voting, right? But because I'm a black person and I understand this is an issue, I understand maybe I need to kind of probe this a little bit and actually see what's really underneath all of this. All right. And that's what this conversation is about. I'm trying to get you to understand there's never going to be a perfect candidate. All right. But you should be out there participating and voting because guess what? Maybe between the two, one of them actually they have values that align more with yours. And eventually, when you do that over and over in a democracy, we eventually get to a place where we are talking about trying to form a perfect union. But how are we going to form a perfect union if you aren't even contributing to it in the capacity that you've been given the right to? So now you're just going to sit it out and complain about everything. You keep making yourself the victim in this. And that's what makes this personal.
I'm not complaining. I don't feel like I'm a victim at all.
Okay, so use your brain real quick. Who between the two candidates do you think is most qualified? The one that's trying to terminate the Constitution or the one that's trying to uphold it?
Okay, and this is what I'm saying. Like,
see, you don't want to think.
I'm just asking you, how do you terminate the Constitution? How would President Trump terminate the Constitution? Can you explain that to me? Because okay, I'm dumb on that. If he can do that, explain to me how he would do that.
Did you just hear the clip I played Mike Pence said?
I didn't. I'm sorry. I missed that.
Do you remember January 6th?
I do remember January 6th.
What happened? Because apparently you missed the part on Kamala's speech yesterday in the Breakfast Club, not Breakfast Club, but she had an interview with Charlamagne the God, and she talked about what is at stake. If he terminates the Constitution, all of your so-called freedoms and rights go away with it. So the fact that you can't understand that is an issue.
So how would he terminate the Constitution? That's what I'm not saying.
Okay, how about this?
Not true, but how would he do that?
Listen up.
Irrespective of the indictment, I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election. And then on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. But I chose the Constitution, and I always will. Anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be President of the United States. And anyone who asks someone else to put themselves over the Constitution should never be President of the United States again. And what the President maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again over the last 2.5 years, is completely false. I dismissed it out of hand, but sadly the President was surrounded by a group of crackpot lawyers that kept telling him what his itching ears wanted to hear. And I had hoped that on this matter of January 6th that it wouldn't come to this, because I do believe that this is going to further ignite the divide in the country. It'll be up to the government now to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that this actually represented criminal activity. But what I want the American people to know is that I know in my heart of hearts that I did my duty under the Constitution that day.
Okay, so do you get it now? See, you can't even get your issues that you have with the United States addressed if you're in a space right now where we don't even have a constitution.
You keep saying that, but you still haven't explained to me how he can eradicate or do away with the Constitution. Just because he wanted him to not even overturn the election. And the funny thing is,
no, that's what he wanted to do.
We went through this in 2000.
Sir,
and the Democrats didn't agree with the election. Hold on, let me finish.
Sir, you're doing it again.
I'm doing what? I'm giving you an example.
You're skirting around.
That happened from the flip side.
I ain't talking about that. You asked a very point blank question about the Constitution.
That's one of my issues. That's one of my issues.
That's why I have it. That's why I said, and that's why I said you're dangerous. Because you're out here spreading lies, bro. You're spreading lies. You're not participating in the election.
What lie did I spread? What lie did I tell?
Okay,
we didn't go
listen.
Okay,
listen.
With Gore and Bush.
Yeah, mute you again. Okay, I'm talking about terminating the Constitution. All right, and Mike Pence has just given you an example of what Donald Trump wanted to do, and you still are asking me, what? How would he have done it? Do you understand that Donald Trump has been indicted for doing that? There's nothing else to debate, bro. You have to stop making yourself the victim in all of these spaces. All right? And at least participate in the democracy that you are in, the one that you were born into. But to sit out here and act confused
I just feel like the Democrats bring a lot of propaganda to the table.
And so all I'm going to say is this. Clearly, you're a Trump supporter. I've heard enough. You can't lie to me.
I am not a Trump supporter, bro.
Yes, you
are. You
are.
can say what you want to say. You can try to put me in whatever bubble you want to, but I'm not a Trump supporter. But I'm not a supporter of.
You're a Trump supporter.
Trash
and
politics.
Trump is your daddy.
Listen.
Trump is your daddy. Just say it. Let me ask the audience real quick. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's a Trump supporter. Hold on. Let me just do this because if we can get this done with real quickly. Put a 1 in the chat if you think he's a Trump supporter. Look at that. Okay. All right, sir. We're done. I just need one more question answered. I need more. Just one more question answered. The verdict's already in.
This is crazy.
You're guilty. You're guilty. What do you say to all the sir? One more question. What do you have to say about all these people who have listened to this brutal conversation and are all in agreement that you're a Trump supporter? What are your thoughts on that? Because the people have already spoken.
The only thing I have to say to people is don't vote emotionally. That's all I have to say. Don't vote on emotion. Vote on.
So you're not going to address the fact that you're not going to address the fact that you're a Trump supporter.
What these candidates are showing you.
Okay, so he's not going to address the fact that he's a Trump supporter. Okay.
The fact that Kamala's black. You shouldn't vote on the fact that Trump is orange. That he says nasty things. You should vote on policy and the candidate that best fits your needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that previous guest, nasty big something, I'm not even gonna call him black because he's a disappointment, is possessed with the MAGA demon. Ladies and gentlemen, let's cast him into the lake of fire. Join me in giving him a huge round of, you guessed it, boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
You're an embarrassment.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
There's no amount of information that I could give you, young man, brother. There's just no amount of information that anyone could give you that would help you wake up. You're in a nasty, sunken place. You ever seen that movie Get Out? That's where you are. You're in a nasty, sunken space, bro. Anyone out there that continues to think it's acceptable to sit on the sideline when our democracy is on the line, especially you so-called people of color, knowing the progress that we've made in this country, and you're pretty much saying, take me back. Take me back. I want to be on a tree. I want to be property. That's what you're telling me. And that is what I have a problem with. Shame on you. All right, let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we gonna we gonna have to mix this up, ladies and gentlemen. Goodness gracious. All right, let's go, ladies and gentlemen. All right, who do we got next? Takesha.
Hey, Zeus.
How are you doing this morning?
I was doing okay until your last guest got in the box.
Talk to him.
Sir, you said what has Kamala done in the past 4 years? That lets me know you don't know what the role of the vice president is. I need you to go and research what the vice president can and cannot do. That's your number one lesson for today that I need you to get educated on. Then secondly, you came and you started talking about policy. But there's no way you could know policy if you don't know what the person does that made the policy. So
thank you.
First of all, go do that. Go research what is the role of a vice president. And you'll find out why she hadn't done anything. It's because she can't, sir. She has a boss that's over her. That's just like you thinking you can do what you want to do at work, but you got a supervisor that's over you. Y'all real embarrassing when y'all say stuff like, what's she done in the past 4 years? You sound really uneducated. I hate, Zeus, that they took civics, economics, and government out of school. But they did it to dumb these people down because they know without knowledge, you're nothing. So they don't want them to know how the government works because they want to keep tricking them, Zeus, and keeping them low on that little pole they got them on.
Thank you.
That's what's embarrassing. But you should have remembered what you learned in school. And you wouldn't be around here saying that.
Thank you. Thank you, Angel. Go ahead. Keep on. Thank you so much, Devin. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. This is tough work we're doing up here. Seriously.
Now, Zeus, for the guy that came up before that guy.
Lionel with his beard out.
Hey, let me tell you something. His hairline looked like his forehead, like it's scared of his forehead and running to the back of his head. Zeus, it's just falling back like a man who realized a woman don't want him. I mean, Zeus, it's just falling back. He need to just, I hate you told
I'm trying to be serious, but that's funny, Takesha.
Let me tell you something, Zeus.
It's funny.
I'm mad at you for saying turn on your camera. I'm mad at you for saying turn on your camera.
I'm sorry. Woo! Y'all go ahead and show Takesha some love. Thank you, Devin. Throw her some love.
He kept trying to play a video, right?
Yeah.
But Zeus, let me say this. Because they keep with these videos, these edited, put together videos. R. Kelly made a video with Whitney Houston off of her song, I Look to You. She was already dead and gone.
Lord have mercy.
I swear that they made that video together.
Yeah.
So video is nothing because people can put videos together and make them seem real. Stop going off videos and you go read.
Thank you.
Y'all scared to read.
That part.
Listen, read. Reading is fundamental.
Yeah.
And then when people try to help you out, you ignore it. But the Bible says my people perish for lack of knowledge because they reject knowledge.
Yeah.
When somebody trying to tell you something that know what they talking about, you don't have to take their word for it, but take what they said and go research it.
That part.
Not on Fox News, not on Newsmax.
Amen.
Not from Leaky Cheeks, who had a whole concert
the
other day.
Yeah.
You ever seen that movie Zeus?
Talk to him.
You ever seen that movie Now You See Me?
I don't think I have.
Okay,
maybe I
it's
have.
about
I watched
a bunch of kids that do these illusions and stuff. They had this big show of magic. And there was a guy trying to get a guy that he said did something to his dad. But they played this music. And the whole audience started reacting to this music. Donald Trump is musicizing these people because he want to keep them cultish.
Thank you, Ange.
So he got to do what he got to do to keep their minds. So every now and then he going to play them a little music.
Ginger. Yeah.
And there's a message in the music that keeps their minds locked in. That's all he was doing, Zeus.
See, I told you, it's a cult, right? And do you think he's going to really make them drink that Kool-Aid at a certain point?
Listen, he's the Pied Piper, and they going right behind him. Zeus.
Thank
I'm
you.
telling you what it is.
Yeah.
Music is subjected. You know, it's subjectional because you know your mood change according to the music you listen to.
Right.
If I listen to rap, Zeus, I might throw some jeans on, sag them, and throw my hands up in the air. If I'm listening to some gospel, I might put a robe on.
Mm-hmm.
If I listen to some R&B, I might call an ex and say, "Come on and get it."
Oh Lord!
So music changes you.
Yeah,
and that's all he was doing, Zeus. He was keeping it locked in. I'm telling you.
Thank you. Well, listen.
Thank God for the gift. But that's what I wanted to tell you,
Thank
Zeus.
you.
The first two they really hurt my feelings. Let me say this and then I'm gonna go.
Go for it.
The black men that said they did not vote for Trump in 2016, they did not vote for Trump in 2020, but they're gonna vote for him this year, are the ones that let me know that you fear a black woman who is in a top position.
Thank you.
That's all that's wrong with you. You've never been worried about what a president did. You've been voting for white presidents the whole time you can vote.
Thank you.
All of a sudden, here comes the black woman. You want to know everything she's done. You want to run her past down that you did not even go back and research. You just doing the talking points they gave you. And you don't want to vote for this woman because you're a small man who cannot take a woman of color in a high position.
Bingo. We already got that. We already got their address. They think they coming up here selling something we ain't already seen.
Man, we got your address and UPS keep pulling up, dropping them packages off. Yeah.
Tell them. Well, listen, Takesha, thank you so much. All right, and as always,
all right, Zeus.
I appreciate everything that you do. Seriously, all right, ladies and gentlemen.
You have a great day, friend.
All right, you too, ladies and gentlemen. Show Takesha some love. Let's give her a round of applause. Oh yeah. We cooking with Crisco this morning, ladies and gentlemen. We cooking with Crisco. Let's hear from Q Dog. All right, Q Dog. I know you got a lot to say. We just had we've been bombarded and attacked by two deranged brothers. All right, and apparently they ain't listening to the words we're putting out. The message. What's going on?
They're not gonna listen, bro. You know, at this point, it's like beating a dead horse up against unalive horse up against the head. That the guy Lionel or whatnot, I believe he's sleeping in his car at this point.
You think so?
I believe he's homeless and he's using a government phone just for entertainment purposes. That's the reason why he wants to jump on your live and spit all this BS that has nothing to do with what we're talking about in the discussion. That's why he deflects on everything that you talk about.
Wow, you get in trouble for doing that.
Yeah.
Using government phones and devices inappropriately, Lionel. You better knock it off.
I truly, because every time you talk to him, every time he comes up on the live, like they say, it looks like he does not. He definitely doesn't go to the barbershop. And he's constantly in his car.
Gosh.
And
thoughts and prayers, ladies and gentlemen. Thoughts and prayers to Lionel. He's going through something.
He really is. We brothers.
I get it.
Brothers like that, we have to pray for. We can't keep attacking him because it's not doing any good.
Okay.
At this point in time.
Prayers for Lionel, ladies and gentlemen. He needs it because his mind has totally been compromised. Thank you, Q Dog. I knew you would help give me a little bit of a better perspective on the spiritual warfare he's dealing with.
Exactly. And to the brother that does not vote, if you don't vote, you might as well sit in the corner and not say anything at all. Because point blank, you keep talking and harping on the presidential election. Let's go back to the midterm elections. Did you ever vote in the midterm elections? At all? Because that's where it starts at. And a lot of these people, they want to jump right into, what has VP Harris done, this, that, and the other. Again, repeat it. You got to know her position in office in order to understand what she can and what she cannot do.
Yeah.
And even on a presidential level, you got to understand what he can and he cannot do. Unless it's voted on by Congress.
Amen.
In Congress, The Republicans outnumber the Democrats on everything. And at this point, people got to understand, a lot of people that are on that level of the Senate, Trump put them in place before he left office.
Tell them, Q-Dog.
You got to vote for midterm elections to get those people out of office if you really want to see change. When you have corrupted people on higher authorities, yeah, he gets in office, he can dictate and tell them what he
Devin,
wants.
thank you, Devin. Let's go. Alter ego. Thank you. Please. Thank you, Q-Dog.
But yeah, I really wanted to get on here and get at both of them, because right now these brothers need help.
They do.
They really need help.
And we giving it to them. We giving them something to think on. To be quite honest, that's why they keep coming back, right?
Exactly. If you don't agree with what Zeus is saying, why do you keep coming back on his show every day? That makes no sense.
Lionel, listen to him. Lionel, listen to Q-Dog. All right? He has been out here doing this kind of work. You can hear it in his tone when he talks. You, sir, need help. And you know it.
If you keep going to the playground every day and getting beat up and bullied every day, are you going to keep going back to that same playground?
No.
Meeting up with the same bullies and not fighting back?
Mm-hmm.
You just going to keep going every day, getting your money taken, getting beat up, and getting your clothes ripped up every day.
Devin, thank you. Tell him, Lion. Tell him, Q-Dog. Tell him.
I think you guys need an intervention on where your point is in life. What is your purpose in life here? Because if your only purpose is to get on here and just spread hatred, and especially when it comes to women, you guys really have an issue with a woman. But you want a woman. You came from a woman.
That part.
You need to have a conversation with your grandmamas.
Thank you.
That's what you need to do. You need to sit down and have a conversation. And I ain't talking about these new grandmas that's 20, 30 years old. I'm talking about grandma, big mama.
Tell him, Devin. Let's go.
So I just want to jump on here, Zeus. I'm still on here listening to your show, listening to these buffoons come on here.
Okay.
And just talk, and not do anything. But I'm still here.
All right. Well,
And
I
if
might
you
have to.
need me-
Yeah, we might have to go deeper depending on how things get. But they out here, they're listening to you. I seen Lionel out there, and I've seen that previous guest, Big Black, whatever he call himself. They know what you're saying is true, but it's scaring them.
Yeah.
And that's what's going on here. And we're sorry to put a lot of you through this, but this is sometimes how the work gets done. All right. You got to scare these. It's the truth terrifies them. But he gonna think about it tonight. I know they will.
They're going to. Get on the phone with Big Mama tonight. Once you get off this live.
Yep.
And have a conversation about what you talked about or what you attempted to talk about on this live and every day on this live. Get her side of the spectrum. What she went through in the 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Devin, thank you. Tell him, Q-Dog.
So I'm not going to take too much time. I know you got a lot of people that definitely want to get up here, but I just want to encourage you, the ones who are not listening to Zeus, we're going to keep this train moving. You either get on or jump off, or not get on at all.
That part.
It's going in the right direction, and it's up to you to make a decision on whether or not you want to get a ticket and get on this train.
Amen.
To the right direction. If you don't, stay back with the fools.
Amen. Tell them. All right, Q-Dog. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. As always, ladies and gentlemen, show Q-Dog some love, and let's give him a round of applause. Angel, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rick. Look at all that, Rick. Thank you, Rick. You're so kind. Heaven, you're mighty generous. See, this is what this platform is about, all right? Sharing is caring, and getting this truth out here is very important, especially those of you who still are out there and confused about who to vote for. All right, Q-Dog, my man, thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, all right? Let's go back to the any Trump supporters out there. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter real quick, all right? We only got a little more time left, and then we got to get up out of here. Please, We don't got all morning to do this same song and dance. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. Big Black, Big Black, Big Black, what do we got to talk about? Q Dog, me, we've already put the hands of God on you. All right? You got to do the work. All right? I was very sad, to be quite honest, that you got up here and said you're sitting it out, bro. Very, very sad. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. Oh, 1 all day. Okay, come. Oh, I can't even send you a guest request. I can't even send it to you, Snuggles. I see you. Please knock it off, Snuggles. What do you want to talk about? Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. All right. Yes, do better. I agree. They need to do better. Kenneth Corley, are you a Trump supporter? Oh, Vivian, you're a Trump supporter? I don't believe you're a Trump supporter, Vivian. I don't believe you. I don't believe it. Not after all this truth that came out this morning, Vivian. Are you?
Yes, I am a Trump supporter. I left the Democrat plantation a while ago. I've been doing my research since Obama been in office, and I was in high school then. And
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
When you said you left the Democrat plantation, describe life a day on the Democrat plantation. What was the day like?
They was never doing anything for us. Never. We never seen any type of accomplishments or nothing. None of that in my community.
Oh,
never.
So give me an example.
An example?
Like what was something you wanted the Democrats to do while you was on that plantation, and then they didn't do it?
For example, when Obama got in office, he wanted all us black folks to go to school and all that stuff like that. A lot of people went to school. They went and got them checks and stuff from school or whatever. And when they
thank you, Devin.
When they went to school.
So wait a second. You have a problem with Obama asking?
Yes, Obama.
You think going to school is a bad thing?
He felt us.
You think taking your behind to get educated is a bad thing?
No, I mean I'm highly educated. I'm a college graduate, but
okay, what'd you get your degree in?
Surgical tech. I'm a surgical tech.
Okay, what is that? An associate's degree?
Something like that. But I'm going to school to pursue my nursing too.
Oh, okay. I want to be as kind of on the up and up with this conversation as possible. But based on what I've heard you say so far, I think it's a good thing that, Obama pushed that. And, if that's what he was asking you to do while you were on the Democrat plantation, I don't see an issue with that. What is Donald Trump asking you to do on his inside of the cult?
Donald Trump is a stand-up guy. He might come off a little arrogant. He's a Gemini, so I mean that's how they are. But he puts America's first. He put America first.
He a stand-up guy?
He's a stand-up guy. He's
what about
like
this?
It is.
Okay, what about
He's
this?
trying to drain the swamp.
What about this?
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Listen to
if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps.
Been edited. You can't.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
That's not edited.
That's been.
What did he say?
He was talking to that little girl, and he was saying that if you were of my age, if you was my age, if you was my
That's not what he said. That's not what he said.
He was saying somebody he'll date the girl.
Can you listen just real quickly? Because this is not edited. All right, this is really what he said. Listen to what he said.
I don't listen to fake news.
Okay, I'm gonna help you. Don't worry, I'm good at this.
If Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her.
Okay, now you heard what he said.
I heard what he said.
What did he say? What did he say?
You hear me?
Yeah, I can. But what did you hear him just say?
He was talking about the little girl. He was talking to the little girl. I done seen the video 1,000 times.
That's not what he said. He said if Ivanka wasn't his daughter, perhaps he'd be dating her.
Okay, what's wrong with that? He's giving her compliments. That's his child.
That's acceptable to you?
What's wrong with it?
Because you said he's a stand-up guy.
She's beautiful. She's beautiful to him.
So in your world,
you find that perverted? For him giving his daughter a compliment?
Okay, how about this?
What's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Okay, what's wrong with that? I don't care nothing about what he done in his past. I care about what he does and what he's doing for this country. Y'all love to say he's going to mess up the democracy. If he was going to do that, he would have done that when he was in office for 4 years.
Vivian,
for the 4 years he was in office.
Vivian,
if he was going to mess up the democracy, he would have been done that.
Vivian, I get that, but I just want to make sure you consider that stand up.
He's a stand up guy.
Even though you heard
come off a little arrogant, he speaks his mind. He tell it like it is. All we get from the Democrat side is lies and pandering. All she does is pander to us. She wasn't even elected in the midterm election.
Vivian, I'm trying to help you get out of the cult. Vivian.
You can't help me do nothing.
I'm going to.
You can't though.
I actually
do. I've been researching the Democrat Party.
No.
They were the party of slavery and all that.
Vivian, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you an honest question. There was a rally that Trump had, and a black person showed up, and they beat him up. Did you hear about that? White
that
folks.
Probably was a Democrat. That was acting like he was a Trump person.
Oh, okay. So in your world, Donald Trump is God.
I'm not saying he's God. I'm not saying he's God. Nobody.
In your world, he's God.
But I don't believe in the Democrats. I don't believe in their policies. They don't align with me.
There's an echo. There's an echo, Vivian. There's an echo, Vivian. Come on back up here, Vivian. I don't got all morning to do this, Vivian. Send another guest request to Zeus real quickly. All right, because I know there's a special place I'm cooking up for you. I'm cooking it up for you, Vivian. Come on back. Come on up here, Vivian. I got a special place for you. All right. You didn't got up in here and just disrespected the entire community that I know you came from. And I know your mama and your daddy, your auntie and your grandmama. I know they taught you better than this, Vivian. Come on back up here, Vivian. All right. Come on back up here. All right. Because you got a lot to learn. All right. Okay. And they say a hard head make for a soft rear end. All right.
I switched parties.
Vivian.
My dad is still Democrat.
I'm going to go ahead and help you out. So, Vivian, this is the good Lord, Zeus. This is the good Lord using Zeus to help get this message to you. You've been lied to. You've allowed yourself to become a vassal of transgression for Donald Trump. The information, Vivian, the information you've been researching, turns out it's tied to Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. They have launched a campaign waged at getting African Americans like yourself who are weak-minded, all right, who think they are smart, but really when you drill down, they're not so intelligent, to believe the lies that he's giving them and to distrust the information that they've been supplied, coming from regular folks like me. So now, Vivian, you're in a space where you believe the only thing that's true is what Donald Trump says. And look at how far you've gone. Thank you, Devin. Look at how far you've gone. You're no longer black. You're no longer in the black community. You're somewhere else on a different planet living a life, and everyone that's still on earth is looking at you going, how on earth can we take this person serious? Do you understand how you sound? Do you understand? Listen, Vivian, I wasn't done. I wasn't done, Vivian. For you to get on TikTok and support... For you to get on TikTok, I don't care what color you call her. For you to get on TikTok and say, putting a convicted felon in the White House that wants to eliminate the United States Constitution, that wants to eliminate the United States Constitution, that has protections in there that protects me as a black woman, I'm okay with that. It blows my mind, and it shows me how far you are in terms of you being unhinged. Get professional help. Vivian. Ain't nobody talking about Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi is not
She was the reason for the insurrection. She didn't bring anybody. She didn't bring no Navy troops there. It's video proof of her daughter putting her on blast.
The mind is a terrible thing to waste, ladies and gentlemen. Vivian, are you taking anything this morning? Did you take anything?
What are you talking about? You're confusing the black community. You are confusing the black community.
You know why I asked you, did you take anything?
You got to vote for enemies.
Jesus Christ. I got to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead. I think we've heard enough from Vivian, and let's go straight to the audience. Vivian, this is the part of the show where you either make it or you don't. Put a 1 in the chat.
Trump 2024.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Vivian is in a cult, please, ladies and gentlemen, and then we'll go from there. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all think Vivian is in a cult. Okay, if we get over 100, if we get over 100, Vivian, that's over 100, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, Vivian, you're possessed with the MAGA demon, and the truth is not in you. It's a sad day in this country where I gotta keep doing this. I'm not losing any sleep over it, all right? But I think, you know what, Vivian, she seemed like she could be a nice person, but she's not possessed with one MAGA demon. She's possessed with at least 3 or 4. She has a legion of demons inside of her. All right? So, Vivian, I'm going to toss you into the lake of fire because I really do believe that those demons, they will leave you once you end up there, all right? So, ladies and gentlemen, help me. Join me in sending Vivian to the lake of fire. Let's give her a huge round of, you've guessed it. Let's give her a huge round of boos and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I see some people in the audience are getting triggered, especially these Trump supporters, about how I'm just sending one MAGA demon after the other straight into the lake of fire. Maybe you didn't hear me at the top of the broadcast.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
You so-called brothers and sisters out here making up lies about this, quote, so-called Democrat plantation. Y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of haters. I promise you, you look in the mirror every morning and you start off, the hate starts with the person you see in the mirror every morning. I ought to play Michael Jackson, Man in the Mirror. Man or woman in the mirror. Because y'all hate yourselves. I've never heard anything like this. And these are grown adults, folks you know probably can wipe their own behinds. They're supposed to be in good health still. And this is where they at mentally. I'd get in trouble if I were to act like some of y'all do. I'd be in trouble with my mom. I don't know what has gone on. Right? Let's give them a huge round of applause. Hopefully we can get somebody up here. All right, hold on. Hopefully we can get somebody up here. Thank you so much for the galaxy. All right, hopefully we can get somebody up here to help shed some light on all of this. All right, yes, all right. Oh my goodness, yes, all right. All right, we're going to try to hear from some unique people after this. Good morning, Nutty. How are you doing, Nutty? Jeez, I got a line full of folks who want to come up here and say something. Nutty, are you there, Nutty? Going once. Nutty's on that MAGA Wi-Fi. Uh-oh, we're going to move it along, Nutty. I think something is wrong. All right. Let's go. Who do we have next? All right, we're going to try to go in a different direction. Who is this? Who do we have here? Lainey Bug. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good.
All right.
Hope you are.
I am. What brings you to the show this bright and early?
I just wanted to drop a reminder to any of your listeners that might be in North Carolina that early voting starts tomorrow.
Okay. That's what we need to hear. Except for the Trump supporters and those who are sitting out, just don't do a single thing.
Well, then just vote on the day he told y'all to vote, January 5th.
Thank you. That part, Laney Bug. There you go. Because we don't need them actually participating at this point. They just need to buckle up.
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
And let's show out Georgia.
All right.
Let's show out Georgia.
Did you hear the record turnout? It's already been record turnout in Georgia, early voting, right?
Yep. They more than doubled what they turned out for in 2020, and they did like more than 100,000 more than 2022. So
let's go.
When they showed out for
let's go. Well, all right, Laney Bud.
I was just gonna say, make sure y'all vote down ballot Vote blue down ballot. A
That
lot
part.
of people in North Carolina are guilty of just because we do the paper ballots that they
thank
feed in the
you.
machine.
Thank you, Devin. Yeah.
And a lot of people just color in that bubble for president, and
Yeah.
we can't vote. You can't just vote straight blue ticket anymore.
Mm.
And a lot of people have forgotten that. So don't just fill that one bubble in and think you're voting for everybody.
Wow.
Color in
Thank you,
them
Devin.
down ballot. Now, if the only person running is a Republican and you don't like what their views are, don't fill in a bubble. But for anybody who's blue, vote for them. You've got to do change all the way down. And
Thank
give
you.
Kamala Harris the support she is going to need to affect the change she
Thank you.
wants to affect.
Now, Ladybug, before you get up out of here, one last question. Do you believe, honestly, that Vice President Kamala Harris is qualified to be president of the United States? In your honest opinion.
I think that Vice President Kamala Harris is the most qualified person
Thank you.
who has ever run for the office of president.
Let's go. Let's go. That's what I needed to hear. That's what I needed to hear, Ladybug. Thank you so much. All right. Well, listen, I got to move it on, but thank you so much for waiting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Ladybug a round of applause. Ever. All right. She said ever. You know that's not a lie. So to all the so-called brothers and sisters that continue to get in the box, listen to what people are saying about Vice President Kamala Harris before you open your mouth and say something. All right. You know, they say it's better to be thought to be a fool than to open your mouth and reveal that you truly are, something along those lines. And that's what we're getting a lot of this morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's bring us the next panelist. Who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? All right, we're going to go somewhere we don't normally go, but all right. Justice No Water. I'm trying to bring up people I don't normally get to talk to. I know, because people have been saying, Zeus, you don't talk to me when I send my request. So I'm trying to do my best to get through the list. All right, before we get out of here. Uh-oh, who is this? Justice No Water. Looks like it's having an issue with the connection, so that's going to be an issue. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? All right, all right, Rod. Welcome, Rod. How are you doing? I don't think I've spoken to you, Rod. Have I spoken to you? Oh, Rod, are you there? Rod S, are you there? I'm sending you. Oh my gosh, ladies and gentlemen, maybe it's taking a little bit of time for them to patch through. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Sorry, Rod. I think it's a MAGA Wi-Fi issue. All right, we're just moving along. All right, who do we have next? Oh my goodness. All right. Who do we have? Oh, Devin, I thought you sent me a guest request. You've been mighty kind to Zeus. Wow. I guess it's been a minute since they sent the guest request. All right, who do we have next? All right, who do we got now? Scott, welcome, Scott. How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm all right. What brings you to the show?
I'm just a follower, and I'm just relaxing. It's really cold here in Georgia this morning.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Bunny, send a guest request. What do you have to say to the people this morning, if you don't mind, Scott? You know, we're trying to get through.
I was proud of the fact that in Georgia we had early voting start yesterday. We had 312,000 people vote yesterday.
Oh my God, let's go! And that's good for the Democrats, right?
It was, I'm not sure, but it was around the building.
Yeah.
I didn't see a MAGA hat anywhere.
Thank God. Thank goodness.
And I voted for Miss Harris.
Thank you, Scott. Let's go. Too big to rig. It's going to be too big to rig. Why do you think the Trump supporters didn't show up yesterday?
Well, I don't know if they did or not, but just none were showing. Because also it was Monday mornings, people may have been at work.
Yeah.
I'm retired disabled, so that's why I went yesterday morning.
Wow. Got it. Wow.
At heart, I'm a fiscal conservative. I want to see budgets balanced.
Wait a second. So you used to vote Republican?
I vote both parties. I have since I started voting back in '88.
Okay.
But the MAGA Republican Party, I don't recognize at all. I just want to see budgets balanced. I mean, I spent 25 years as a corporate accountant, So I look at numbers differently than most people do. I had to balance every one of my accounts every month to the penny. We can't do that in the government.
Got it. Well, listen, I got a question before we move on to the next guest. It's been a pleasure to check in with you. Do you believe Kamala Harris is qualified to be the president of the United States? Honest answer.
Yes.
All right.
Huh? May I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you honestly think she would have been the nominee had Biden dropped out, say, last in 23? I'm just asking your opinion.
Well, you know what? To be quite honest, yes.
Okay.
To be quite honest, yes, because part of it is the resume, but the other part of it is the personality. And when you look at her resume, I just can't think of another person. I think the fact that she was the vice president sealed the deal for her. She's already had experience running campaigns already, right? She's already so that's part of the issue. Devin, thank you so much. She's also had on-the-job experience. That places her well above anybody else who may have tried to compete for the position, to be quite honest.
I just wanted your opinion on that, sir.
Yeah, but thank you, and that's a fair question, all right? But I got to move on, all right, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give Scott a round of applause. No lies detected! Hey, Vivian, are you listening to what these people are up here saying, Vivian, while you're in the comments spamming the heck out of my chat? I don't understand where you went wrong, but whatever you've done, just stop it and turn around and go the other way. It's like in the good book, they call it repenting. You have to turn away from the sin. You can't keep saying, I'm gonna keep on sinning. Jesus, God knows my heart. That is not going to work, Vivian. And you too, Big Black and Lionel. You thought you left the plantation. That's they talking, boy. I left the plantation. Where are you at now? I'm in the MAGA cult with the golden sneakers on my way to hell. When are you going to wake up? I can help you, but you got to do the work. All right? Honestly. Let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got next? Oh, my God. We're doing good on time. We're cruising right along. I'm trying to get through as many as I can. Jams Ride, welcome, bro. Nice to see you. Long time no see. I know you've been around.
Hey, Zeus, how are you, man? How's everybody out there?
Oh.
Zeus, I'm just thinking to myself, man, when I think about MAGA, it doesn't make any sense. They say that they want all of these good things in life, yet they follow one of the most evilest humans on the planet.
Thank you.
And they think that he's going to make their life better when he never talks about anything positive, ever. So my question is to all of the MAGA people out there, right?
Yeah.
If you're so about happiness and peace and all these things, how do you think you're going to get it when the person that represents you represents evil? He's never said anything positive about uplifting people's spirit and putting a smile on their face.
That part.
He just talks about tariffs and spending money because this is how he was raised as a child.
Thank you.
He still has childhood traumas that he has not dealt with yet.
Thank you.
And that is his problem.
Wow.
He has not taken a look within himself to see who he really is. And he is a version of his father.
Thank you.
Pure
Tell him.
Evil. Pure
Evil.
1000% evil. And every American out there listening to my voice right now,
get him.
If you vote for this man, you are voting for evil. You have no part of good in you. No part of God or the universe.
Thank you.
Positive that brings about love and peace and putting smiles on human faces.
Thank you. Hallelujah.
Who continue to vote Republican, you are not making any sense. Your party has literally done nothing for you in the last 15 years if you're in the 99% in this country. These are facts. This is not fiction. All you need to do is open your eyes and pay attention and listen to the words that they say and then their actions.
That part.
I'm sick of this, Zeus. This nonsense has to stop. The Democrats want to give you health care, you vote against that. The Democrats want to help you get rid of student loan debt, you vote against that. Your own party votes against you every single time. It's something that is going to help you to uplift your spirit and put a smile on your face and put money in your pocket. This nonsense must stop.
Thank
you.
you.
Must open your eyes and pay attention. Your religious leaders use you and trick you and talk about God while they ride around in big cars and you stay broke. We are done with this. That's right. We are woke and we will not go back.
Amen.
We will vote in numbers that you have never seen before, because today, in this time, in this moment, we all gonna wake up and love each other.
Amen.
That's the United States of America.
Amen.
And I don't care about no migrants and immigrants and all of that. It's all a bunch of nonsense because they don't want more brown people in this country.
Amen.
We're done with this foolishness.
Amen. Wait a second before you go. Wait before you go. I gotta ask you the question, bro. Wait before you go.
Yes, sir.
Honestly, do you believe Vice President Kamala Harris is the most qualified person to do this job?
Absolutely. I was just watching her story yesterday. This woman has been on fire for the American people, going against the corporations, going against people treating people like they're not having any worth or any value.
Thank you.
I'm sick of this. This
Thank
is
you.
about love. This
Thank
whole
you.
election is about love and unity.
Thank you.
Unity, love, peace, power, y'all.
Amen.
And always remember these words right here and write them down. Your ego ain't your amigo.
Hey! Thank you.
I love you, Zeus.
Love you too, bro.
Everybody see me to follow. I love you guys, man. We got to do this, man. This is about love and unity. This is how we win, and that's why they try to keep us divided when we all could have something. Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. I love you all. Peace, balance, and blessings. One love. Thanks, Zeus, for bringing me up, bro.
You're absolutely welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Jams Ride a round of applause. Throw some love. That's true. Vivian. Big Black. Lionel. Are you listening to the voices of everyday Americans, all right? We've heard what y'all had to say, but are you listening to what these folks who get up here and tell the truth like this have to say? PA, good morning. How are you doing? This is a bunch of truth coming out here. Too much for I told him to leave. PA, good morning.
Good morning, Zeus. It's always so nice to listen to you. You've been cooking like no one I've ever seen before.
Snuggles, listen up. Tell him, PA. Tell him. No, God is not pleased with you. God is not pleased with you, Vivian. Listen up. Sorry, PA. Please continue.
No, absolutely not. If you are a true believer, there's no way that you would follow Trump. Not even Pence can follow Trump. Pence says he's a Christian. I believe him because he did the right thing. I did not agree with his policies while he was working with Trump, but when it came to putting country first, he did that.
Thank you.
And I just want to take a moment to speak to the Latinos out there. If you are supporting Trump, you are voting against yourself. If you like to be called animals, if you like to be degraded the way that he does, and if you think for a moment that voting for him is going to give you some kind of special category, it is not. We have seen him turn not just against, first he was saying he was against undocumented immigrants, then he was against immigrants.
Okay,
and
yes.
Now he's against Americans, the enemy from within. Are you kidding me? He has turned against Americans. This is no longer about immigrants. It's no longer about anyone else. We are about to make history, y'all. I'm excited.
Thank you.
Because when we get to November 5th, we are going to vote. The first woman, the first Black woman is going to be our president.
Amen.
We're going to save democracy, and we're going to end Trump's reign of terror forever.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Now listen.
You're going to get it this time. So
thank you. Now listen,
get out there,
PA.
vote. Get everyone you know to vote.
Let me ask you.
Hard these last few days. We've got to do it, y'all. We're going to make this happen.
Okay, now listen to the Latinos out there. I got to ask you an honest question, PA. Is Kamala Harris qualified to be the president of the United States based on what you know?
She is the most qualified. We are blessed to have this woman willing to be the president because she's going to work hard because she's worked hard all her life. Her history is of doing things for the people, while Trump's history has been nothing but fraud and crime.
Thank you.
She is the person that we need job.
Thank
and
you.
She's going to do it.
All right, PA. Well, listen,
Zeus. Love
I
you.
appreciate it. Love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful PA. No lies detected. Everyone that's in there, every real American that's gotten in the box, it's a no-brainer. Is Kamala qualified? Absolutely. Devin, wow, thank you so much. W. Devin in the chat, ladies and gentlemen, please. Devin is on fire. All right. Let's take out some trash real quick. All right. Snuggles, you got to stop. Do you understand people don't like you?
Oh, bro, you guys have been all wrong. The borders have been invaded. You guys have been horrible. You're lying to everybody. Why are you lying?
Why do you choose to be on the wrong side day in and day? I don't get it. You say we're a bunch of liars. You and your please. You and your friends continue to come over to my show.
Correct.
Why? If you think I'm lying so much,
we continue to win. We don't want a lot of people on the border. The black people are getting pushed out of their cities by migrants, and you guys don't care about your own. And you guys are like saying she's one.
He doesn't even know what he's saying. Oh, Lord have mercy, ladies and gentlemen. Lord have mercy. Sorry about that. That was a jump scare. Ladies and gentlemen, Snuggles is full of misinformation.
You know what I'm saying?
Snuggles is full of misinformation and disinformation. To the blacks out there, this is who you... No, listen, I got to leave your camera on. To the blacks out there, this is who you're going to look like. This is how you're going to sound if you continue to stay in the cult.
Out of your homes, bro.
Yeah. And unfortunately, Snuggles is unfit to be. He's unfit to be president.
Anything?
Oh, what's that? It's the lake of fire, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Snuggles straight to the lake of fire. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of booze and shame. Sometimes I just like to throw someone in, and he's easy merch. He's easy merch.
Silence, you matter.
Someone said they're blocking Snuggles. Hey, block him. I get it. He's a... Never mind. We'll move on. Linda, good morning. How are you? Sorry to put you through that real quick, but sometimes I just have this little thing I like to do. I just like throwing a demon in the fire here and there.
Oh no, that's fine.
And he's
that's
easy.
Fine.
Thank you.
I watched her. I went to her rally on Thursday, the one in Phoenix.
Oh,
it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, wow.
You know, I don't understand how people don't understand that he's trying to take our rights away. He's already taken women's rights away. You think he's going to stop there? No, he's going after everybody's rights.
That's right.
And they were even talking on the news this morning about how they want to put all migrants in these camps.
Yeah.
Not just illegals. They want to put Americans.
Thank you.
You know, and you guys got to stop drinking the Kool-Aid.
Do you think the ones that, especially the people of color, like Snuggles, do you think they get it that he would be one of the people that would be rounded up in the event the mass deportation started? Do you think they get it?
No, and that's another thing too. I laugh when everybody talks about the border. Most of you guys don't live on the border. I live on the border. I'm in Arizona. You know, so no, it's not, you know, this delusion of, I mean, do you guys really like being demonized as rapists and schmurderers? I mean, that's what he's always taught.
Uh-oh, where did you go?
I got a phone call.
Okay.
No, it's okay. It cut out for a second. But, you know, he's stigmatizing an entire group of people and nobody is... Like, people are defending it. I don't get it.
Yeah. That's because these people, as far as I'm concerned, they got low self-esteem. They look in the mirror every morning and they hate themselves. And then they take that same hatred and they go out here and spread it around like rat poison. Here, you want some? You know what I got? I got a little rat poison. You want some? That's what they do. And then they all wonder why they end up sick, vomiting, terrified.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like he keeps saying that, you know, Kamala Harris is the border czar. That's not even an English word. That's a Russian word. And you guys just believe that crap.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah. Well, you know
and
what?
If they cared so much, they wouldn't have shot the border bill. Excuse me. They wouldn't have annihilated the border bill that they put up.
Yep, they listened
That
to Donald
Republicans
Trump.
were a big part.
They listened to Trump, and they didn't move forward with the border bill, the bipartisan border bill. So now they're stuck with the situation, and they're crying still. How sad. Now, we're running low on time. One last question. Do you believe Vice President Kamala Harris?
100%. She's overqualified.
Oh.
She's overqualified. She's more than qualified.
Oh.
She's been in all three branches of government. So she's well overqualified. And anybody talking about what she did as a DA and all that stuff, she did her job.
Thank you.
That's what she did. She didn't do anything wrong. She did actually a lot better than a lot of the politicians because she made
Thank you,
programs
Devin.
to get people into society as active members of society.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's what I needed to hear. And you're a regular American, regular patriot out here. You have a voice. And it seems to be those of us who really care about our country understand Kamala Harris is the most qualified, actually overqualified to be president of the United States, right? All right,
Nobody's
well-
even had that experience. So she's
all
got
right.
it all.
All right. Well, listen, Linda, I appreciate you so much, and I got to move it on, all right? But thank you so
for
much.
having me up.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up to the beautiful Linda. No lies detected.
Hi, guys.
All right. You got a lot of fans out here. Seriously. All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached that moment in the show, and I'm so sorry I didn't get to every single one of you this morning. I tried my best. All right. Sometimes those conversations go a lot longer than I expect, but we've reached that moment where Zeus must depart, ladies and gentlemen, and get up out of here. But I want to give all of you who stayed and watched this show a round of applause, especially to the subscribers, gifters, moderators, panelists. Yes, get out there and vote and spread awareness and spread the truth, all right? But also, I got to give my final round of booze and shame. This goes out to all of the Zeus haters out there, and they know exactly who they are. They get on this app, and they promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. Folks like Vivian, Big Black, Lying Now, and all of them in the chat, spreading misinformation. They promote evil, misogyny, bigotry, xenophobia, corruption, criminality, cult-like behavior, all on behalf of their orange, deranged cult leader, Donald J. Trump. Trust me when I tell you this, folks. These folks are the worst of the worst, and they are truly the scum of the earth. Join me. Thank you, CC, for the subscription. Join me in giving them a huge round of, you guessed it, booze and shame. My bestie, thank you for the subscription.
Silence, you MAGA.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. Let's go! See you tomorrow, same Zeus time. Same Zeus channel. Thank you, everyone. What a great show! Let's go! Cut it out, little hawk. Said you got 3 minutes, Zeus. Thank you, everyone. What a great show. Let's go! Big Mill, Tara, thank you for the pair. You all are so amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Let's go! Don't Democrats know how to have the most fun? You see the work we're doing out here. We're spreading it. Happy birthday to you. I didn't get to talk to you. Hey, Vivian, knock it off, please. Knock it off, Vivian. All right, you see the wonderful work we're doing over here. All right. DJ Kitty Cat. Y'all have a great rest of your morning. Let's go. Oh, you think Kamala is spreading fear? Damn right. Thank you, brother. Keep on telling the truth. Kevin! Let's go. Hey, 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 hey. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Kamala Harris, keep up the great work. You got our support. Thank you, Joe Biden. Thank you, Barack Hussein Obama. Tinkerbell, right? We thank Barack Obama over here. Q-Dog, I salute you too, brother. Oh, the work they're doing to save this country from a fascist. You know that's real work. I love you all too. Right, PA? Hey! Lady Rima, I see ya. Wow, Tara! Choo-choo! Thank you, Tara. Woo! Kimmy, thank you for subscribing. That's the first step in getting out of the cult. You gotta do more though, Kimmy. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's get up out of here. But before we do, you know what we gotta do. Let's give people what they need, what they want.
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter? He must be cognitively in trouble.
Thank you, Ange.
No, these are real stories. Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lamb. He's a lovely man. He wants to have you for dinner. He'd like to have you for dinner.
You for dinner. All right. All right. Now, you know we always give the vice president the last word. All right. Here we go. All right.
The President of the United States must not look at our country as an instrument for their own ambitions. Our nation is not some spoil to be won.
Thank you.
The United States of America is the greatest idea humanity ever devised.
Thank you. Oh, Vivian.
Anyone who has called for, I quote, termination of the Constitution of the United States, as Donald Trump has, must never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
You hear that, Vivian? You want the, okay, so I know Vivian's out here.
Never again.
So Vivian, we're going to give it to you in a little format you understand, because I know, we know Vivian.
Never again.
Vivian, I know you don't understand it unless we put a beat to it. All right, Vivian? I know your generation. All right, Vivian? You're from that Beady Bop generation, Vivian. I'll play it for you, all right? Maybe this will help you out, Vivian.
Anyone who has called for a termination of the Constitution of the United States must never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
See what we saying, Vivian? Go ahead and sing it. Go ahead, Vivian. I know you don't understand it unless we put a beat to it.
Anyone who has called for a termination of the Constitution of the United States must never again stand behind the seal of the President of the United States.
Not rocket science, Vivian. Do better. I'm going to hell. All right, y'all have a great